hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
I had my first kid at 19, and this is going to sound strange, but the best advice I can give to other young dads is stay. I wanted to run away. I wanted to just keep living my own life, but I chose to be her dad, and now I'm glad I did. I can't imagine my life without my daughter, and I can't imagine making her grow up without a dad.
Dads, today may feel hard, but it's always the right choice to be a father first.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. Are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. We're going a Friday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And, man, do we have a good program for you today. We'll get it caught up with everything happening out there. Deb will do that at 3:20 with Woke News. 3:40, it's Sink or Sail and Embers Only, turning you on to one of my favorite new smokes from these guys. And the deal you're going to get today is unbelievable. 4 o'clock, it's just us. 5 o'clock, we have trivia. 6 o'clock, you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer, Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Find us easily on social, Instagram and Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show. And, of course, all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. Your 3 o'clock keyword is bills, BILLS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Bills, guys, that is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win for sure.
We're on one.
Yeah, we are on one. My God almighty, man.
Couple of winners today.
Going crazy with that money out there. Again, bills, guys, is your 3 o'clock keyword. Get over there and get that money. Remember, if you're playing the game, keep your phone on, keep it turned up, and answer it when it rings. That, my friends, is how they tell you you've won.
Yeah. You only have to wait an hour.
How's it going today, guys? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Friday.
is it all right?
How could you not be super excited? It's Friday.
Well, I don't just like saying it's like one of those automatic responses, just like, how's everything? Fine. You know,
No.
yes.
Yes.
I like to take inventory of my
It's
day and give you an honest answer.
I appreciate that, Jack. I really do.
And it has been a long work week. So I hear you, Jimmy. Yeah, I hear you.
A grand total of 12 hours for you, kid.
Ooh, yeah.
I know,
Busting
you
my
must be
butt over here.
exhausted already.
Deb's halfway through her work week.
Yeah, she's done so. You can check us out on YouTube as well, JimColbertLive.com. Click right through to the YouTube channel. Give us a like and subscribe while you're there, if you don't mind. Yes, Jack?
Something happened to me the other day, and I think it's something I want to incorporate into my daily conversations, and it's skipping the whole "how are you doing" stuff.
Okay, no courteous greetings.
No, but just put on the shelf. How are you doing? Well, how you're doing? What do you get? Fine or good, right?
Yeah.
But people are like, they're not really thinking about what's going on, you know. But if you hit them with, tell me something good that's happening.
Oh, God.
You hit them with that,
my God.
and
Why don't
then
you just ask them if they're journaling? Hey, did you journal today?
Someone did this to me.
Oh, really?
You know this person.
Did you swing on them? You should have.
No, it was Then we actually had a 2-minute meaningful conversation.
That's
about
exactly why you don't do it.
what was really happening in our lives. And I thought it was a great moment.
That's like a comedy bit, by the way. And I think that's been like, the how you're doing thing. The comedy bit is I just drop it all on them.
Right.
Yeah, wife's on her period, so I'm not getting laid. I haven't cleaned the house in 2 weeks. My kid is a dropout, blah, 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 blah. You just drop the bomb on them. Make them feel bad for even asking.
Do you know how much you would derail Jim Colbert if instead of asking, how are you doing, you said, tell me something good that happened to you today? You'd probably pull out your piece.
I would walk away and say this. This is the best thing. No, look, I understand Jack. Jack likes genuine encounters. There's nothing wrong with that. But
And
Jack
you don't?
also has very little time to have genuine encounters.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
But
a bit,
if you're going to make the time to have them, they might as well be genuine.
you're absolutely right, Jack. I agree 100%.
Are you going to do the same thing now, Jimmy?
I am not. No, I'm not going to do that. I feel like I'm bothering people. Like I'm outside of the cordial, hey, what's going on? What's up? How you doing? If you see somebody for the first time during the day,
Right.
you give them that courteous, like, how you doing? And then you move on. And if you see them 5 more times that day, you don't have to say anything. You just kind of assumed that courteousness has been handled. That one, how you doing, should handle the rest of the how you doings for the day. Like, that's right? Like everybody that works in an office listening right now doesn't say how you doing to the same person 5 times if they see him in the hallway.
Although we've all worked with that person that can't walk by you without saying, how you doing?
That's where the nod comes in. That's where the
nod.
Yeah, the nod where the chin up.
Yeah,
up,
not a smile too.
Right.
You really want to incorporate. I know it's hard for you, but you really want to incorporate some type of positive facial expression.
Genetically predisposed to scowl. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. To turn me upside down and look like a smile.
I think I do. I have that. Like if I just close my mouth, I think it looks like I'm a little
frowny. Yeah. You
yeah.
look mad all the time. Yeah, you have mad face.
I knew it.
Deb does not have mad face. Deb has a very very inviting resting face. I have a repelling resting face. I repel people with my resting face.
I scare people the most when I'm quiet.
Yeah, I mean that's how I know that you're not doing well for the day or whatever. You're just when you're I don't even ask.
Super quiet.
Yeah. I mean exactly.
Super quiet.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Don't you love it when you stumble onto something cool in your life?
Oh yeah.
I got to tell you guys, last night I stumbled onto something incredibly cool. And these are great experiences. And I posed this question to my wife today. As we were sitting, just kind of hanging out, having some coffee, I asked her what her favorite art form was.
Oh,
What's your favorite art form? Is it painting? Is it sculpture? Is it movies? Is it music? Is it
dance?
ballet? Is it dance? Is it dance? Is it theater? What's your favorite art form? And I asked her for a reason because I think I stumbled onto, and I don't think it's been that big of a mystery for me for a while, but there's no question that last night the experience I had in downtown Sanford solidified this is my favorite art form. I stumbled into a little place called The Alley last night in Sanford. We were on our way down to go have some dinner and a couple drinks, but it's been a weird couple weeks. And I'll tell you the story when it's all said and done. But it's been a weird couple weeks.
I hope you turn it into a miniseries.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
I will share the story once we get in, and I can kind of share what's going on and what we've dealt with over the last couple weeks. And look, the people out there got real problems. This isn't like an actual real problem. It's just one of those things where you're like, God dang, man, really?
It does need its own diss track.
It does. It needs a good segment to explain.
It really does.
But so last night, we're walking downtown to get a little bite to eat, maybe get a couple drinks, and we hear music. I'm like, there's no way that's live music on a Thursday. There's no way.
I knew.
That's live music on a Thursday. So we walked over, and not only was it live music, in a bar that probably holds, I don't know, probably 75 people if you had it stacked full, fire-coded. There was a band called the Shaylin Band playing, Shaelyn, out of North Florida. They're a rhythm and blues R&B blues band that does originals and covers.
That's a good time right there.
You can't even imagine how good it was. There's no way for me to properly explain how much fun that I had in that bar last night. I told my wife, that's the best Thursday I've had in decades. I thought we had a great show yesterday. Came home, grabbed my wife. We went downtown, wound up dancing on a Thursday night.
Oh, wow.
To a rhythm and blues band. They were wonderful entertainers, incredible musicians. And if you want to check them out, I even wrote on their page today, if this band comes within 50 miles of you, figure out how to go see them. They are unbelievably good.
Just you and your wife?
Just my wife and I, yeah.
And you went dancing?
And we went dancing, dude, yeah.
Well, who watches your drinks when you dance?
And we were right there by the table. We didn't even go to the dance floor. We just did it right there by our table.
I love you, Jack.
Did that look awkward?
What do you mean did it look awkward?
I'm hoping it looked awkward.
Why did it look awkward?
Because you're dancing next to your table and not even on a dance floor.
It wasn't far from the dance floor. Don't worry about it. People were doing the same thing. People were dancing at the bar. You just felt like you had to dance.
We do the same thing at the Funky Monkey in Mount Dora.
Exactly.
Because it's not a nightclub. So
Jack
you just
doesn't
turn
get
it into one.
Jack's not a dancer. Oddly enough, Jack, Democrat, dances like a Republican.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I wish it wasn't true.
He's got
The white man
He's got the
overbite?
white guy shuffling over by.
I wish it wasn't true.
Oh, yeah. I'm shaking ass all over that joint last night.
Oh, somebody have video.
Oh, my God, dude. It was so. My wife has a bunch of video of the band playing. I went up to them afterwards after the set was over, and I said, you guys are simply amazing, really amazing. And they have a little tour going on now all throughout the Florida area, up and down the coast and stuff, and some other places. But
Called the Shaylins?
The Shaylin Band.
How would you spell that?
SHAELYN. Go to their Facebook page. They have it. Blow them up. Give them a like.
Okay.
Follow them. Download their music. I mean, they're just a really good bunch of people. They had a great band, incredible band.
Well, I
and then
love
two
blues.
singers. A young lady. I assume her name is Shaylin. And then the other guy is this guy named Mark Barner.
Wow, Jackie bought a band T-shirt after seeing him one night.
Yeah,
He's reading that off his shirt.
Man,
Look
you're
at
a
him.
groupie.
But let me tell you something, dude. These guys, this was one of the most unique experiences I've had musically because they had the two singers.
Right.
So they could handle almost any tune out there, and both of them incredibly talented. And again, this almost is like a show band. Like they were up there just, look, I wish everybody could have known about that last night. That place could have and should have been absolutely slammed to the gills. But promoting is tough now. It's tough
is.
these days to get the word out about shows that are happening like on Thursday nights.
Especially when it's niche or if you haven't been exposed to them before.
Yeah, man. But
See, I would have thought your favorite art form outside of music would have been live comedy.
Yeah, I do love you're right. Live comedy it's neck and neck. But the thing is with music for me, live comedy doesn't like put me in a mood. I go there to be entertained. With this right here changed my entire day. Like the mood just changed. You just start smiling and then bopping your head and you start bopping your knee. Next thing you know, you're clapping and stuff. It was great.
Damn, I thought that started with me.
Yeah. They call themselves a soul rock blues band. And they are massive sound, massive everything. And again, they didn't pay me a dime. I just was so moved by how good they were. I told them, I said, I'm blowing you up tomorrow, guys, because you were amazing tonight.
Looks like you paid them.
You're right, I did. But yeah,
What'd they get you for that shirt?
No, I paid $20 for this. And I bought a CD, and we bought my wife a shirt as well.
Whoa.
And we tipped them. I mean, they deserved every nickel of it. I mean, I wish I had a fistful of money I'd have thrown in there. It was incredible.
What's it like to be rich?
Oh, stop.
I just want to know.
Just a couple bucks. You can throw in $5 into
Hey.
One weekend. Hey,
Jack.
Hey, bankroll me this weekend so I can pretend to be rich. I want to pretend to be Jim.
I'm not even rich. I just put $10 into a bucket for people playing. It was no cover. What are you talking about?
Stop doing that to him.
That's rich because I can tip a band $10.
Hey,
I guess I'm loaded then.
And you bought 2 shirts and a CD.
But I mean, they deserve
How many
it.
drinks did you have?
Oh, Jack, 10. God, it was a big expensive night. These guys got me good. I'm going to be honest with you.
Wait.
Let me tell you what.
Did you walk there or did you drive?
We walked.
Oh, see, so you even saved on the Uber.
Yeah.
All right. You got that going for you.
11 bucks.
We have the best listeners on the planet. Someone just texted us at 77031, and we will be doing this during the break, but we're going to have to check to see if Jimmy has autographs on his boobies.
Stop.
Do you?
No.
You just touched him.
Oh,
No,
what's the matter? No Sharpie?
Yeah.
I'll let you borrow mine.
I didn't have my paint pen that night.
Oh,
All right,
bummer.
407-916. Good job, guys, by the way. You killed it. And again, I'll say it again. If you get a chance to see this band, the Shaylin Band, SHAELYN, go check them out. They are simply amazing and a lot of fun. Impossible not to have a good time at their show. What do you got for news?
One dead, thousands in the dark after a possible tornado hits North Florida. Closer to home, a sand volcano has emerged in Orange County.
What?
I'm bringing this story because I
Is
want
this
to
a
ask.
Kevin Bacon movie?
No, I want to ask the people, like, what the heck?
Right.
What the hell is this? And then The northern lights could reach the south this weekend.
Really?
Yeah. It's a pretty big deal that we haven't faced since 2005.
Oh, wow.
But we're going to talk about that and more coming up next during Woke News.
You got it. 407-916-1041. That is how you call us. Text us easily at 77031. Bills, by the way, is your 3 o'clock keyword, BILLS. Already had a couple winners today. Let's get another, get some more money out there. Bills is your 3 o'clock keyword. Go get it, guys. Back in a sec with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Traffic heavy in the usual spots on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area, east and westbound between US 27 and the 429, as well as between the Beach Line and 535. Looking at a crash blocking the westbound right lane on Sand Lake Road at John Young Parkway. Another crash blocking the eastbound right lane on Colonial Drive at Apopka Vineland Road. If you see traffic problems, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals use proprietary AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
I'm Patrick. I was injured in a motorcycle accident. I hired one of the lawyers I heard all the time on the radio. He told me the only insurance I could recover was $10,000. Then I called attorney Glenn Klausman. With Glenn Klausman as my attorney, less than a month later, I had a check for a whole lot more money. Car, truck, or motorcycle accident? Call Glenn Klausman at Klausman Law. That's KLAUSMAN law.com. Office Winter Park.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Okay, this contract looks good to me. Let me just run it by my lawyer.
Everyone knows that having a good lawyer on hand can be a real game changer, which is why Legal Shield connects you to a vetted law firm in your state for a low monthly fee. Only Legal Shield has been providing this kind of legal peace of mind for over 50 years. Need an experienced set of eyes on that fine print? With Legal Shield, you can say,
let me run it by my lawyer.
Is the dealership giving you a hassle about warranty repairs?
I guess we'll have to talk to our lawyer.
And for that will you've been putting off, you can finally tell your family.
We're good. I had our lawyer take care of it.
Legal Shield isn't AI bots. It's a dedicated group of real lawyers who have your back, no matter what the future brings. All for around the price of those streaming services you don't watch anymore. Sign up at LegalShield.com/radio today. PPLSI does not provide legal representation or advice. See a plan for complete terms.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Do you think a tiny chip in your windshield is nothing to worry about? I'm Pascal with SafeLight. Sooner or later, every chip will crack. So don't wait. Schedule at safelight.com. We can come to you for free and repair that chip fast. And with most insurance, a chip repair is no cost to you. Don't let that tiny chip crack your whole windshield. Go to safelight.com for free mobile service. Conditions may apply.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Ends Sunday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hey guys, don't be that dad without life insurance. When thanks to Ethos, you can be that great dad with life insurance to help keep his family living exactly like they do now, secure and protected in the event of the unexpected. With a fast and easy online experience, some policies as low as $1 a day and up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam, just a few health questions. Ethos makes getting life insurance protection hassle-free. E for easy, E for ethos at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. I'm the president of New South Window Solutions. What I like people to understand about our company is what's unique about us. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. We go out of our way to make it easy.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people, Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
Her roast of Tom Brady stole the show. She's trending all over the internet. And now, Nikki Glaser reveals all on an all-new episode of the Nikki Glaser podcast.
I said, tell Tom Brady that I'm the Tom Brady of roasting.
What's it like to be Nikki right now?
I've never felt like Taylor Swift until last night.
And which A-list celebs are praising her performance?
Chelsea Handler DM'd me. Every time I refresh my DMs, 14 blue check marks of people I didn't even know who knew me are writing like paragraphs.
Open your free iHeart app right now and search the Nikki Glaser podcast to start listening.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Good afternoon, The Jim Colbert Show, Prince of the Island. I can just imagine to see Jimmy dancing with his two left foot, big white bald giant, dancing awkwardly to blues music. Oh, what a sight. I wonder if they have videos in that establishment. That will be a sight. Yeah, we can make a GIF out of it.
I hate this. I hate the fact.
No, it's tainted and unclean.
I hate the fact that it's automatically assumed that I cannot boogie. Your boy can get down a little bit. I'm just saying.
All right, then we should have a dance party.
I do not mind moving my ass around when I am duly motivated, and they damn sure motivated me.
All right, stay tuned. 5 o'clock today, the Jim Colbert Show dance contest.
Yay!
Yeah, watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
break it down.
That band is going to be in Fort Pierce soon. So, again, if you're checking it out, and people are saying it, if you look it up on Facebook, it has them in California. It's Shaylin Band. You'll know them immediately. Trust me when you find them. All right, 407-916-1041. Bills is your 3 o'clock keyword, BILLS. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack is right over there, and Deb has your news.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole woke on the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, Woke News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Give him a listen tomorrow morning when he's host of the Home Loans Radio Show. Unfortunately, at least one person has died after this morning's rough weather in North Florida. Florida Department of Law Enforcement Deputy Commissioner Matt Walsh says he watched a tornado go right through Florida's capital city.
The tornado came through my neighborhood, so I got to see the tornado firsthand.
Yeah, the Leon County Sheriff's Office says a woman died when a tree fell on her house in Tallahassee. Nearly 80,000 customers reported without power in the Tallahassee Municipal Service area, with Duke Energy reporting at least another 10,000. Florida State's baseball stadium suffered damage, and both FSU and Florida A&M University are closed today. Earlier today, I was watching Fox 35, their Good Morning Orlando, and they couldn't even show live traffic cameras up in the Panhandle because all of the power had been knocked out to all of them.
Wow.
So the only way to get live traffic was to go ahead of the storm line, and you couldn't see anything outside of that.
Wow.
Now, bad weather could impact portions of Central Florida for the rest of the day today. The National Weather Service says there's a slight risk of severe storms in effect between Volusia and northern Lake counties until midnight. And then a marginal risk is in place for the greater Orlando area and the Space Coast. The biggest threats are wind gusts of up to 60 miles an hour, heavy rain, and a potential tornado. Hey, speaking of especially like the heat we went through, I bet you didn't expect to hear this, but our Central Florida commuter rail service is likely going to face delays due to the extreme heat this summer.
What?
Sunrail posted on X that its trains were running on a 5 to 10 minute delay yesterday evening due to the high temperatures that we had.
How could that possibly be?
The high in the Orlando area was in the mid-90s, putting stress on the steel tracks. This is just a preview of what's expected to come. The Florida Climate Center says temperatures regularly reach up between 95 degrees between July and August.
I was going to say, if it's bad in May, they might as well just shut the thing down until October then. I mean, this is child's play compared to what's coming.
Well, Jim, 10 minutes late doesn't mean, they're not still moving people.
I know, but dude, come on. Have you ever heard of a train shutting down because of heat?
I did. I had no idea that the heat affected the train.
Not in a million years.
But like in India and stuff where it actually warps the tracks.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, they run these things in Mumbai all day long, and it's like $1.25 around the clock up there.
I think that they just need to adjust to a summer schedule.
Yeah, maybe so.
Then guess what? You change the times, then it's on time again.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Or it means, mass transportation in the future is going to have to take that kind of climate effect into, I guess, more of in the design process. 'Cause to Jimmy's point, it is Florida.
Yeah, I mean.
And it is summer.
Yeah, it's hot. I mean, we've got receipts.
I bet this is the last thing you ever thought was one of the things getting ready for summer.
Okay.
The Orlando Police Gang Enforcement Unit is getting ready for what they say is the busiest time of the year. Summer's approaching.
Oh, yeah.
And one member of the unit says that's when vulnerable kids can either pick the right choices or not. Never thought of this until I saw this story. The OPD sergeant says it's not for a lack of good options. The sergeant says it's just that they and their parents don't choose those options. The gang unit doesn't want to give up on any kid, but he says that kind of dedication can be exhausting. He tells Wesh 2 it's a 100% 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job.
Good Lord.
All right, and as we talk about the squirrely weather that's hitting all over the United States and now here in Florida, one of our state's largest home insurance companies is going to have to pay a steep fine. The Florida Office of Insurance Regulation fined Heritage Insurance $1 million yesterday.
Okay.
The Tampa-based company was found to have violated state laws during Hurricane Ian. The Category 4 storm hit Southwest Florida almost 2 years ago. Can you believe it? Almost 2 years already.
Damn, really? Yeah, that's right. God, that is crazy.
That's already 2 years. Now, regulators found Heritage was slow to pay, or they just straight up denied claims.
Right.
They were slow to acknowledge it received communications about claims, didn't communicate adequately with policyholders, and used unlicensed adjusters.
Ruh-roh.
Heritage CEO says the company has taken steps to address the issues.
You took steps to avoid the issues.
Which I think that's the fancy way of saying ruh-roh.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, the other big story to come out of Florida, and a tragic story at that, is a black U.S. Air Force airman has died in Florida after deputies may have entered the wrong apartment. Now, attorney Ben Crump and 23-year-old Roger Forston's mother, Mika, told NBC News that Roger Forston did not deserve what happened to him.
How this tragedy happened to Roger Forston, who was an American patriot.
He was a role model.
Now, according to Crump, Forston was on a FaceTime call with his girlfriend last week when he heard a loud knock at his door and retrieved his gun. The woman on the call claims Forston was not doing anything wrong, and it was apparent the deputies were in the wrong apartment. The Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office says they were responding to a disturbance call, which was reported in Forston's unit, and body cam video shows a deputy knocking on the door and identifying himself twice. The deputy is on administrative leave. That deputy is on administrative leave while the investigation continues. Crump says deputies burst through the door and shot Forston 6 times after seeing that he was armed.
Saw the video today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tragic.
There's no time. It's just
you just can't even imagine how it can happen. How can it turn into a disturbance call and then a kid who is a an Air Force member laying on the ground with 6 slugs in his body.
What? Who made the call? Where did the call? I mean, if the
Do not know.
they're saying the address is correct.
Well, there from the video, there is a woman whose face is blurred out who shows them that it comes like from Forston's unit or that section of the apartment, but there's still confusion as to who made the call, what was the disturbance, exactly, because he was on a FaceTime call.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it doesn't matter if it was or wasn't. Even if it was the right one, you don't deserve to have your door kicked in and shot.
Of course not. But
you have to investigate what's happening first. You don't know what's going on.
Is it a case of swatting where someone is trying to drive police activity to
Who knows?
God, I hope
unsuspecting person, but they identified themselves. They open the door. If someone they see someone reaching for a gun, they're going into a situation where they believe there's a domestic disturbance. They identify themselves, and then that person is reaching for a gun.
Already had the gun in his hand
the
because
gun was in his hand.
He didn't know who was knocking on his door. And
because when they knocked first, they did not identify themselves. Then they knocked again because I believe he asked who was there. They didn't say anything. On the second knock, I think they said something, but that's when the door opened all at the same time. Didn't he open the door voluntarily?
He did, and they did identify themselves twice. Because if you hear in that audio, they say sheriff's office.
Even on the first knock?
Even on the first.
Okay.
They do identify themselves twice.
I read that they did not, and I didn't hear that on the video this morning. But he voluntarily opened the door. I mean, I know that doesn't change anything. If you have a gun, but you have a right to defend yourself in the country.
Well,
and if you
have a right to have questions asked before shots are fired.
I would think so. I mean, and I'm not dogging the cops, but God Almighty, man,
I know it's tragic.
It just seems to happen too often. This wrong address shooting thing just seems to happen. If it's once a year, it's too often.
Yeah.
It just seems in this age of information, it seems implausible that a wrong address could happen in any way, shape, or form.
Well, the investigation continues, and of course, we'll stay on top of that. Now, a story that, Jimmy, I know you and I were following because of it's tragic as well, but it has some international intrigue into it, and I'm thankful that they have some answers right now. But the estranged husband of a Fort Lauderdale woman reported missing in Spain is set to appear in Miami federal court this afternoon for a bond hearing. Juan Henao, the brother of missing 40-year-old Anna Kaznesovich, says the family just simply wants justice.
I just want justice for my sister. That's what we all want.
Her husband David was arrested by the FBI last Saturday at Miami International Airport and charged with kidnapping in connection to the case. Agents say he resembles the man wearing a motorcycle helmet who spray painted the security camera lens outside of her Madrid apartment back in February before leaving an hour later with a suitcase. No words yet what was inside the suitcase.
Of course.
All right. For those talking about swatting, Jimmy, those with kids at home who think it's just a prank, that they can just say, hey, I was just joking.
Right. JK.
It's not, because one teenager is accused of reporting a false threat aimed at a Volusia County school earlier this week. You know, yesterday we talked about those moments when your stomach falls and your heart drops. Police say a 16-year-old student called 911 claiming someone had bought a gun to New Smyrna Beach High on Tuesday. Imagine being that student and seeing more than 50 law enforcement officers arrive, called to the campus, and then it's on lockdown for 2 hours. New Smyrna Beach Middle School was also secured during that incident. Authorities say the student made up that lie to try to get other students in trouble. She has been charged with disrupting school functions and, of course, is facing some very, very serious charges.
Good Lord, man.
All right, this is the other side of the coin when it comes to parents with kids in school. This is a what TF?
WTF.
Yeah, WTF, because I
scenario?
almost said it.
Why the face?
No. The head of schools, this is a story I've been following but haven't talked about yet, but the head of schools in Duval County, Duval, is facing questions over her reaction to a teacher's recent arrest. Florida Education Commissioner Manny Diaz sent a letter yesterday to Interim Superintendent Dr. Dana Krisnar. It was about Christopher Allen Black, who taught at Douglas Anderson School of the Arts. Now, Diaz wants to know why Allen Black was allowed to teach for over a month after he was arrested for exposing himself on Disney property.
Okay.
Staying at one of the area hotels and decided to open the curtains and just let it all hang out.
Check this out, guys.
Wait,
this is a different animal kingdom here.
You can't do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in your hotel room.
This is the new Snuffleupagus display right here, kids. Up here to your right.
Next thing you know, they'll say sex on the balcony.
Right.
Come on, people.
He's pressing ham the whole time.
Alan Black was arrested in February, but he continued to teach until April.
Sweet.
Diaz says that's unacceptable, and he wants Krisnar to detail what changes will be made to ensure this doesn't happen again. Hey, just talk to that insurance company. Diaz writes that he's giving Krisnar 5 days to respond.
No big deal. He was just helicoptering us. A 6th grade school bus. He's fine. It's another 6 weeks, and we'll talk to him. He said he's going to do better.
All right. Just in time for Mother's Day, one Florida mom has quite the story to tell. Dejanique Milligan delivered her own baby at her Polk County home yesterday morning after going into surprise labor. Surprise!
Surprise.
Now, as a registered nurse, Milligan has experience working with other infants at Lakeland Regional Medical Center. Fox 13 reports the baby boy named Drew came into the world healthy 3 weeks early, weighing about 6 pounds, 3 ounces, and the ring video from the home it's a little funny because you see her on the floor and the father's just kind of standing there like, is that a baby?
Right, it's exactly right.
Did we Instacart a
right,
baby?
Exactly right.
Is this a DoorDash?
It's truly HelloFresh. HelloFresh.
It's a fresh baby.
Hey,
it is a freshie. By the way, speaking of newborn babies, do you guys happen to hear the story out of Birmingham, Alabama?
No.
2 babies born hours apart. Families never knew each other, had no connection whatsoever. Turns out one had a daughter named her June Carter. The other family had a baby boy named him Johnny Cash.
No way.
They have since done photo shoots together. They both just are lovers of music. Both families had no idea they named their infants June Carter and Johnny Cash.
They have to marry now, right?
Exactly.
It's
it's the cutest photo shoot you've ever seen. Seeing these 2 little newborns laying on guitars.
Is he wearing a black
microphones.
onesie? Is Johnny Cash wearing a black onesie?
You know, with the middle finger like at Folsom Prison. Perfect onesie. All right. We have been kind of joking about the diss tracks going on between Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
And then you joked yesterday about when shots were going to started getting fired.
Yeah.
Well, police were at Drake's home for the 3rd time this week after a trespassing incident. A security guard was shot at the rapper's Toronto property earlier this week, and police arrested an intruder the next day. The trespasser had a quote-unquote altercation with security guards before police arrived. That's according to USA Today. Now, these events come after a heated week that really ramped up over the weekend between Drake and Lamar as the two continue to spare through diss tracks. Okay, something I had some questions of and still do, but Orange County is home to what one engineer describes as a sand volcano.
Okay.
Devo engineering owner Devo Siriram.
Okay. Oh, good job.
I get a buzzer for that.
You whipped it.
Whipped it good. Is working with Apopka officials to fix the volcano off State Road 429. Probably right on my drive home, Jimmy. You said I should be able to.
It's right there.
Well, it formed when a wastewater storage area collapsed.
Where have we heard this story?
And 130 million gallons of water went into the upper Floridan aquifer. Sivriram blames those who built the storage area for digging too deep and weakening the surrounding land. And he tells Fox 35 it's not a catastrophe, and he's fixed things like this before.
Right.
Still not comforting.
Yeah, it's not.
Still not comforting.
And if you look at that area out there is no structure under that. It's just giant piles of clay sand when you look at it from Google Earth. It really is amazing. And it's quite an expanse. When it fell out, it pulled the liner of that thing all the way down with it.
And not only that, I don't know if you've checked the texting service, Jack, at 77031, but someone had texted earlier that this situation has put residents into a potential water emergency.
So what kind of water, what was being held in this?
It's a wastewater storage area.
So it's wastewater.
No. I think it's
reclaimed water?
Reclaimed water is what it is. I mean, it's not potable. It's used for irrigation and things of that nature, if I remember right. But I don't remember it being drinking water because that's why they're not kind of freaking out about it. He said they actually got it early and it could have been a worse scenario and they've dealt with it before. But again, that's what I'd say too. You know, I don't know.
All right. Well, while we watch the sand volcano, turn your eyes to the sky because the northern lights may be visible in parts of the south this weekend. And I am talking deep south. If you haven't heard, a large sunspot cluster, 16 times the diameter of Earth, has been sending solar flares our way. NOAA Space Weather Prediction Center experts have put satellite, communication, and power grid operators on notice. Federal forecasters said yesterday that the aurora borealis may be visible to a large portion of the lower 48 states due to heightened solar activity. Now, forecasters said that during the previous solar activity of this magnitude, the aurora has been seen as far south as Northern California and even Alabama.
Damn.
If you have a clear night and not many clouds and you put your phone to the sky, you may actually get an image or two.
Yeah, astronomers on spaceweather.com says this weekend's geomagnetic storm has been upgraded from a G2, which is moderate, to a G4, which is severe, because of that giant sunspot has been hurling coronal mass ejections toward the Earth.
Oh, wow.
Is that your nickname on the week, man?
That's a whole
coronal
lot.
mass ejections?
Yeah,
Come on now.
Uh-huh.
Get a T-shirt. All right, and then finally, this is a story that you just can't write yourself, but two climate activists in their 80s are under arrest after breaking the glass protecting Britain's historic Magna Carta. The pair entered the British Library in London on Friday morning, smashed the glass case, then glued themselves to the document's enclosure. The British Library, no, it gets better, Jack. It gets better. The British Library says its security team intervened and the 1215, right, the Magna Carta from the year 1215, quote, remains undamaged, end quote. Now, get this. The group the pair belongs to got a lot of its funding from a green energy tycoon and Hollywood filmmaker by the name of Adam McKay. You know, the man behind Talladega Nights and Step Brothers.
He's the guy that works with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
You know who it is, right? Adam McKay?
Yeah.
That's kind of wild. They
Isn't
had a
that
falling out,
wild?
though. But, I mean, yeah, that is wild.
So, they pry these guys off with nail polish remover?
I don't know.
They glued themselves to the enclosure?
This sounds like a Monty Python bit. Have we done the research?
But you know what I'm wondering? Being that they're in their 80s, maybe they just pulled him back because of all that stretchy skin. Just rub a little vegetable oil on there.
Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Hitting a little too close to home there,
Yeah.
Brown Twig.
And by the way, you don't need a whole lot of glue to hold an 80-year-old down. And just hand him a stapler. He's not going to be able to get up.
What if they looked at the Magna Carta and went, look, our yearbook.
I remember writing that.
Exactly. And now you all are officially woke.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a second with Sink or Sail and Embers Only. We'll do that next here on The Jim Colbert Show.
Get ready to text your vote for Sink or Sail. Coming up next on The Jim Colbert Show.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 25 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Friday forecast. And for the rest of the day, it is a Fox 35 storm alert day. We've had a busy morning across north central Florida, and we could expect a few isolated showers and thunderstorms into this afternoon. These will be very hit and miss until a cold front arrives later into tonight after dark, and that's where a few strong storms will be possible, with gusty winds, heavy rainfall being the main impacts from these. As we head to the weekend, much drier with highs in the upper 80s and low 90s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by MD Now Urgent Care. For over 15 years, Floridians have trusted the physician-led team at MD Now Urgent Care for high-quality health care. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, MD Now Urgent Care is here to get you back to better. Find a location near you at mdnow.com and use their convenient web check-in today.
Man, let's get you that new bathroom you've been dreaming about for so long. But you don't have to dream any longer. Rebath in Mid-Florida can get that bathroom for you in about 4 to 6 days. That's on a misspeak. That's days, not weeks or months. That is why they are so awesome. Not only do they put it in fast, they give you incredible products to choose from. You can see them. RebathMidFLA.com or just visit their showroom. Very easy to find up in Altamont Springs or directly across from Kobe. You'll walk in and see some models set up. Don't think that that's what you're getting, though. That's just to show you the different stuff they have that can go in your bathroom. You meet with their design team, tell them what you like. They'll show you some ideas, and then boom, next thing you know, you've got a bathroom in front of you. They're going to install and give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. Even better, if you mentioned that you heard about them from us, they will give you $800 in upgrades to your bathroom. Apply that how you like. Fixtures, floating glass, upgrade your tile, your sink, whatever you want to do, they got you covered. And if you're worried about the craftsmanship, don't because here's the deal. Rebath does all the bathroom installs for the blue and the orange store, the DIY stores. If they trust them, you can as well. Again, don't forget to mention us and get that $800 in upgrades. It's Rebath, midfla.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490.
Hey everybody, it's Savannah and Hoda from the Today Show. From the simplest ways to save money to incredible hacks you never knew existed. Just remember, see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning on NBC.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Let's watch TV.
What do you want to watch?
Big Bang.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
It's Big May on CW18.
Every night at 7 o'clock.
Bang, bang. And it doesn't get any bigger than the Big Bang.
Sounds like a party.
Did someone say party? Party's my middle name.
Let the good times roll.
Are you having fun?
Oh, yeah, this is it.
The Big Bang Theory. Weeknights at 7, 7:30, and 11. Part of Big May on CW18.
Still funny.
I know!
From sunrise to sunset, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered. Mornings from 7 to 10, start your day with Central Florida's most accurate forecast from First Warning meteorologist Kelly Ann Klass.
You'll always have a clear view of what's ahead.
Then tonight at 10, get caught up and know what's happening now with Stuart, Michelle, Tony, and Darren.
It's all in a day's work, and our work never stops.
AM or PM, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go, shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
In this week's Marketers Report, Angela Zapata, CMO Hyundai Motor America, discusses measuring audio.
The measurement capability within audio, I think, surprised all of us. We have seen a huge return on our investment. Seeing real numbers has helped us continue to invest.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the data, audiences, and influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
It's time for Sink or Sail. If you think this song is yacht rock, text SAIL to 77031. If not, text SINK.
What do you see
definitely. A new day is coming. Ooh, people are changing. Ain't it beautiful? Ooh, crystal blue persuasion.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. 3 o'clock keyword is Bills, B-I-L-L-S. Go to realradio.fm, send that off for your chance at $1,000. Got a few minutes left. Go put it in there. We'll give you a fresh one here in just a few minutes. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Freshy.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
And you are listening to Sink or Sail. Crystal Blue Persuasion. And for the life of me, I don't think I can name the band. This is a one-hit scenario, Jack?
Oh, no.
No, it's not. I do know this band.
You do. You've heard the name before, but you definitely know some of their other songs. But the thing interesting about this song, it was requested a couple weeks ago, and I think the vibe is right, the sound is right. It came out in the summer of '69, which is so close to that window, but it's really. That window is kind of loosely interpreted at first yacht rock as the 70s through mid-80s. But I personally feel this one slides under. Texting service seems to be in support of a sale.
Overwhelmingly. Yeah. Matter of fact, I don't think I've... one sink. Two. There's two.
I would say this is the biggest sale that we've had on the Jim Colbert Show. And also, this was the outcome of the vote on Captain's Log Radio this past Sunday as a sale, meaning... the audience feels it should be considered yacht rock.
God almighty, it's killing me who this is. Because I'm trying to nail the voice to find out what other songs they may have done. Or they did. Am I gonna be super pissed at myself for not knowing this?
Well, there's a song.
Just say yeah.
It's an oldie, so you got to think 60s. Crimson and Clover is one song.
Oh, is that Tommy James and the Shondells?
Nailed it.
Jim,
give me some knuck on that. Ooh. There we go.
There you go, Jack. Thanks for the ding.
Moni Moni.
Oh, yeah. Moni Moni. Yeah. My least favorite Billy Idol song cover / whatever. Yeah. Very good, dude. I mean, that's a straight winner today. I mean, the sinks, somebody says, that don't sound right. Yeah, I disagree. I think that does. I'm with Jack. This slides under the door.
Yeah.
I mean, as they're closing the door to the sink or sail era, this one kind of slides in right at the last minute.
Yeah, it does.
Like a cat that likes to sneak outside.
Oh, bingo.
Don't even bring that up.
Oh, you.
No, not in our house, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those cats just wait by the door. They went out so bad. I mean, it's like one of those things. If you have cats, people will literally talk to you through the door and go, hey, don't open it too wide. My cat will get out.
So I have 3 cats. I have one that is always waiting for that door to be open.
Is that Bingo?
Yes, Bingo. And Jeter, who's 15, my dog, who is very slow. I've diagnosed him with CCD, with doggy dementia. He hit every symptom
except one.
Every symptom. The only one he hit was barking at night because he doesn't bark anymore.
He doesn't bark, is it? The only one he didn't get checked on is the one he physically can't do.
Yeah. But so that door, I gotta encourage Jeter with his poor eyesight and hearing to come to the door. Let's go outside. And meanwhile, I see Bingo just waiting to pounce.
Yeah. No. Luckily, our cats do not try to get outside.
Really?
And I don't know if it's because they were both parking lot kitties, and they're like, yeah, no, we know what's waiting out there.
We've been
got
there.
It good. Yeah,
we've been in them streets.
Exactly.
We're good.
We're good. We're going to hang right here.
Yeah, we'll take the cushy house.
Exactly.
All right, let's do members only.
Now, it's time to explore the world of cigars, spirits, and other things that make life worth living. This is Embers Only.
Embers Only brought to you by our good friends over at Corona Cigar Company. 3 of these beautiful lounges here in Central Florida to serve you, and a couple on the West Coast as well. Tampa and Sarasota now open. Really amazing places. I mean, not only are they lounges that have wonderful cigars and incredible spirits as well, they are one of the most comfortable, just decompression areas you can find in the city. Just loaded with beautiful chairs to get relaxed in, just kind of enjoy a few maybe a few minutes, maybe an hour or so, just kind of whiling away some time, chugging on a nice cigar and enjoying a nice drink. That's what we're all about here. And Corona Cigar also online. So that means if you hear this deal today and you're not in the area where you can drive up and get it, these guys will send it to you for sure. Okay, so the cigar of the day is something that our cigar of the week is something I've been waiting on for a while, to be honest with you.
Really?
These guys collab, and I say these guys, Corona Cigar collabs with a bunch of different cigar makers. Their current favorite of mine is the Davidoffs that they've done. The 25th anniversary Tampa is one of my favorite cigars of all time. I mean, with any maker out there. Well, these guys finally, and I think they've done some stuff before, but finally paired up with Romeo y Julieta to bring you the Corona Cigar 25th anniversary Toro. Now, I will tell you, I got this box of cigars late last week, and it is half gone.
Oh, wow.
I can't stop smoking them. I mean, it's as close to, for me, like a perfect smoke as it gets. The size is perfect. The Toro is a perfect size. This thing lights immediately. It's so good. It's so good. Limited edition, premium smoke. And what you get here is some beautiful Cuban filler wrapped in a beautiful, rich and oily Ecuadorian wrapper, Nicaraguan and Honduran tobaccos inside. The profile is extremely good. You get a nice medium to medium strong smoke. It burns so well, but you get that quality of Romeo y Julieta. You get the cigar, or you get the tobacco from the guys over at FSG, and you get the Nicaraguans, and they put it all together. And then basically you have this cigar that's perfect and only $189 a box. And let me tell you, for a Romeo y Julieta of any shape, especially this, it's worth every nickel. This is one of the best ones I've had in the last year from these guys.
Oh, wow.
It's so good. I cannot. A matter of fact, I have another one right there. I was going to smoke two today.
No.
But I'm telling you, I'll give you this one to give to one of your friends. I know you have a friend that loves them.
Yeah.
And I'm dying to hear the feedback. The reviews are out of this world. Everybody loves it. It's one of the best they've ever produced. Try one today. It is the Romeo y Julieta Corona 25th Anniversary Toro. It is a no-brainer, guys. At this price, usually they're $280 a box. Now, now only $189.95. 32% off right now.
That's why I just can't do the math.
Right, it's a steal. So go get them. It's their second exclusive from the guys over there. So this is a really, really awesome cigar. It's the Romeo y Julieta Corona 25th Anniversary Toro. That is your cigar of the week. You can grab them at any of the locations here, Heathrow, downtown, or Sand Lake. You can get it online at coronacigar.com. And if you're going to the West Coast, Sarasota and Tampa will have them as well.
Absolutely. Make sure you get a box for Mom.
Yeah, get a box for Mom. There you go. All right. There you go. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show. Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills. The Orlando Fringe starts May 14th, and we want to give Fringe performers a chance to promote their shows using the Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app during the Jim Colbert Show. 30 seconds of radio time to tell the world why they should come see your show. Get the details at realradio.fm/fringe.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Heavy delays continue on I-4 this afternoon in the usual spots, with the heaviest traffic reported by the major attractions exits as well as through downtown. No major delays to report as of yet on the Beach Line or on the Greenway. Things are still moving well for drivers traveling east and westbound on the 408. If you see traffic problems today, just make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by MD Now Urgent Care. For over 15 years, Floridians have trusted the physician-led team at MD Now Urgent Care for high-quality health care. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, MD Now Urgent Care is here to get you back to better. Find a location near you at mdnow.com and use their convenient web check-in today.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Time for you to be a hero. Tell your friends and family about these guys, and you should already because these guys are awesome. Been doing it for a while down in South Florida. Came up here to Central Florida and just started right where they left off in South Florida, saving lives left and right by giving them a comprehensive scan of their body for heart disease. Now, guys, listen, man, the heart disease thing is no joke. We've talked about these stats before. 30% of the cases of heart disease, that sudden the very first symptom you get is sudden death. You can find out about what's going on inside your body with this scan from Life Imaging FLA. And if you have a family member or a friend you believe that could really benefit from this, please tell them. That's exactly what I did for my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. It worked out really well for them. Remember, there are no dyes. You don't take off your clothes, no injections. This entire thing only takes a few minutes and is completely non-intrusive. Do not wait. Really, you can't put this on hold. Call Life Imaging FLA right now. Get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It's a $699 value. While you're there, got to be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well. It's easy to make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you got to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan, and you will be connected in seconds. Make that call today. Make this the year you finally take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
At International Diamond Center, we're all about family, and no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rock, the hero, the one that holds it all together. So we invite you to help us celebrate the mothers in our lives with the perfect Mother's Day gift and a little something extra. We've put together a special collection of jewelry just for Mom. We've set aside these carefully selected items so there's no guesswork. You can stop in, shop with ease, and get Mom a timeless gift she's sure to love. And to make it really special, with any purchase of $249 or more, we'll give you a $50 spa gift card so she can use it to treat herself to a day of pampering and relaxation. So come join us at IDC. Help us say a big thank you to the mothers in our lives with a gorgeous bracelet, maybe a pair of diamond earrings, a colored gemstone ring, or a piece from our Perfect Love collection. Buy the jewelry and we'll throw in the $50 spa treat at no charge. Happy Mother's Day from International Diamond Center. Get showroom directions, store hours, and more now at shopidc.com.
Experience life now at Orlando Science Center. Life is an all-new exhibit featuring animals and immersive galleries. Meet a sleepy sloth, playful monkey, a baby shark, a curious owl, and more. Learn about issues impacting their habitats and how you can make a difference. Get tickets and more at osc.org.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie here with Hoda Kotb from the Today Show. You know that saying, you learn something new every day? Well, it is so true. Yes, every morning on Today, it's those little tips that can help save you time and improve your day. From the simplest ways to save money right now to incredible kitchen and cleaning hacks that you never knew existed. Just remember, see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning, right here on NBC.
This Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union wants to celebrate our members who go above and beyond every single day. That's why we thought you might want to hear some special thank you messages from your friends and family.
I want to give a shout out to my brother AZ1 Archie Castillo.
Hi, I want to give a shout out to my friend Colin, who's currently serving in the Army. Thanks for all you do. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
And from all of us here, happy Military Appreciation Month. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Get semaglutide, available in stock and ready to ship today from Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Now back to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, Colbert crew. I know I am beating a dead horse, but can anyone tell me what sense does it make that listening via the iHeart app with Orlando set as my location, that when you guys go to commercial, it cuts off and goes to a nationwide thing, and I miss local weather and traffic updates? And for the love of God, can anyone tell me who Camps is? I've Googled it, searched it. I cannot figure out.
That's funny.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 4 o'clock keyword is bank, B-A-N-K. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000, guys. Bank is your 4 o'clock keyword. Good luck.
Yeah, we've already had 2 winners today. Why not keep going?
That's right. Welcome back. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
What?
I don't get the joke, dog. What's up?
Okay, so he's listening on the iHeartRadio app or our stream. You could be listening on a smart speaker as well. The experience is a little different than people listening over the air. We call that the terrestrial signal, the 104.1 on your radio. That radio frequency is a little different than what you get on the iHeart app, specifically during the commercial breaks. On the app, the commercial break goes to a different set of commercials than the people on the radio hear.
Right.
Okay. So if you're on the app, you don't get the traffic and weather usually.
Right.
It goes to a different set of commercials. So what he was complaining about is typically that's done because let's say we know we have listeners all over the state. So that listener in Iowa, if they're listening on the app, when we go to a commercial break, they're going to hear commercials focused on Iowa.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
They do that geolocating, so they get targeted for commercials that are in their area. What he's saying is, hey, I'm in Orlando, so why am I not just getting the same commercials that we have on the radio?
Yeah.
Well, the difference is because they sell that differently. That's digital marketing as opposed to the radio side of it. So
that's why
it's 2 different opportunities to advertise, and it's a different thing.
Yep.
Sometimes the traffic and weather will play on the stream. I don't know why.
Yeah, right. And then what was the last part of that joke that he was like in
he camps. So on the stream, I'm glad you listened, Jim. A lot of times what they will do is fill some of that time, and it has changed over the past 10 years on what they used to fill. Sometimes it's promos. Usually it's podcast promos. They repeat them a lot. Commercials like, what's her name? And Hoda Kotb.
Oh, yeah.
Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb.
Right.
And also, they also have fillers like news headlines and entertainment headlines. And it says, hey, this is Camps. What Camps is, he's an iHeartRadio personality somewhere else in the country.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We don't care about that guy.
Well, it might be California, but he's doing national entertainment news.
I got it.
But instead of them replaying just another promo that I would get complained about, now they do entertainment news, and then you're never going to make everyone happy. People are always going to complain.
Right. There you go.
What I could do,
okay.
What we could do is we could decide on these streaming commercial breaks, let's switch it over to have them play music. So when we're away in commercial, they might, if they don't have it sold, they'll just fill it with a song. And guess what? You know what you're going to get with that? More complaints.
Yeah, exactly. More complaints.
I hear this song all the time.
If it was winning lottery numbers, it would be complained about. I had to drive all the way up there to get it?
Yeah. They're always updating, trying to make it improve the experience. But here's one thing I can tell you. What happens on the stream is beyond our control here in Orlando.
Yeah.
We have nothing to do with it.
That's handled nationally, yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. A little quick question for you guys, because I truly don't know I don't know what the answer is to this. This is an interesting situation. Now, we talked about a business being affected by this last week because it was in the news. Another one is happening today, and it's just kind of the general idea of this. So there's a place called Badasses Sandwiches or whatever. It's down on Jefferson Street in the Milk District.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, exactly. So guy is freaking out because the city tore up the driveway going into his business, and it basically wrecked his business, right?
Right.
Now, I think he's still okay because, again, the county said, hey, look, we're doing this, and he knew it was coming. I guess he didn't know exactly when it was going to happen or the specifics in beforehand. This is from WFTV Channel 9 here in Central Florida. He lost about 90% of his revenue for the day, and he had to close early. He reached out to the city about the construction. They said it was a street and stormwater project to enhance the sidewalk for compliance in that area, which is normal. Everybody kind of understands that the city has to do stuff like that.
Correct.
The other restaurant that we know that's being affected like this, and I was actually just down there this past last weekend, was the Hammered Lamb on Orange Avenue. A lot of expansion going in that area because of a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot more people in the city now, and that area has become kind of gentrified, and they put up a ton of apartments over there, so it's got more traffic than it's ever had ever. And it really isn't built for that kind of traffic, so they're widening the road to make it easier. But in the meantime of doing that, they're basically shutting businesses down because, I say shutting them down, making it very difficult for them to make the same revenue they'd be used to making because of these projects. Of course, the city can say, well, when we get done with the project, it's going to enhance the area in front of your restaurant. You just kind of have to deal with this now. My question is this. I mean, what can happen there? What could the city do? Or what should be the protocol there for that? Like if the city does business or is doing business for the infrastructure of the city and it happens to adversely affect your company, how should that be handled? Is that just something that you should have to deal with as a company? Because if you're losing 90% of your revenue, we know it has to happen.
Yeah.
But should there be an incentive from the city, a tax break of some sort for that period of time to allot for them to be able to continually, to make their money? Here's the thing. I know it's unfair, but it's a necessity. It has to happen. But there has to be an answer other than just going, hey, you just got to deal with it. We're shutting your business. We're shutting the real easy way to get into your business down for months to complete these projects. And in that time, we know your revenue is suffering. It's no fault of yours, no fault of ours, because this work has to be done. And, and even the businesses kind of agree, the work's got to be done. But what should happen there?
Well, I believe, yes, some type of incentive that is within the power of the city to grant.
Yeah.
Whether it's some, I don't know how, how their taxes work. Or
I wouldn't know how that works either. That's what's
also trying to coordinate, just like you would with the, I-4, Ultimate I-4 project. They did that whole project they didn't shut down the whole highway.
They did not
do it and then open it up. They always manage to keep traffic flowing throughout, which I think is amazing, but it also probably quadruples the length that it takes to do a job like that.
Right. Or for you to get back and forth where you got to go.
Exactly.
But you knew it way in advance, and that's what kind of makes this even weirder, is that these people know in advance this is coming.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? Just shut down your business for a month? Or is there a way for them to make the work that allows for, okay, it's restricted, but it's not completely shut off.
Right, but you have to understand, I'll just speak on restaurants because I don't know what the margins of other businesses are, but we know the margins on, in other words, for people who don't understand, the money it costs to produce the product as opposed to what you're charging for the product to get a net profit, the margins are already relatively slim. And if you shut a restaurant down down like that, or a place down like that for more than a month, I don't know any business that had a lot of cash reserves just in case the county rips up the road in front of their business,
right,
and puts them basically out of business or reduces their business from reduces their business by half. I don't know many businesses that could take a hit like that in foot traffic or revenue.
There are certain roads where they wouldn't shut down the road completely. They would do the work where it's part of the road is open.
Yeah. But what a part of the road is the parking for your restaurant.
Yeah.
And then, instead of now that you can't do that, people have to park 3 or 4 blocks away, and they're like, well, hell, here it is summer. I don't want to walk 4 blocks in the Florida heat to get the sandwich. There's plenty of sandwich shops.
Yeah.
And now with Florida, and again, this is just a sandwich shop, and the other one happens to be a restaurant, but this could be any business. By the way, all of those businesses on Orange Avenue in that antique district are being affected by this construction project as they make that transition from Orange onto Virginia a little bit more palatable for traffic as it kind of gets a little thicker in that area. So it's a really unique problem. I really don't know how they handle it. Again, because even if they came up to me and said, hey, I want to let you know in 4 months, we're going to be tearing this driveway apart in front of your business. It's going to be a little harder to get in here, and this project's going to last for 2 months. So you're telling them, like, hey, save up some money, kid, because your revenue is about to get whacked in half if you're relying on foot traffic alone. So I just never knew if the city ever made, other than letting them know far enough in advance, try to make some plans. I don't know how the city does that or handles that. If they have to shut a business down for 2 or 3 or 4 months to complete a project, how they justify that when the company's revenue is going to be altered dramatically.
How'd you find out about this?
Channel 9. It's a news story on WFTV.
Why don't you call this guy?
No, I could have called this guy, but I guess the county had a statement saying, hey, look, man, this is just what we do. The thing is I don't know if, it doesn't say in the...
Yeah, at some point, you have an engineer saying, the road is, we need to fix the road. We're going to fix the road. This is how I fix the road. That's not the guy who's concerned about the business impact on a community or a local business.
Yeah.
You need someone who's part of the process to be able to say, okay, well, let's see if we can manage the repair work so it lessens the impact,
right,
and doesn't completely block traffic flow.
So somebody's saying on the texting service saying that there's a business interruption insurance that you can pay a
they
premium.
Threw a question mark after that.
Really?
I don't know.
Well, somebody said down here, it says those businesses and another one, any responsible business should have loss of business insurance. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that. I know that in our health insurance, if you get maimed and you can't do your job, you have long-term and short-term disability that'll handle it. But I can imagine, like, if you're in Mount Dora and you had to kind of tear up some of those roads and it took out some of the parking in front of places that were like that, it would be a nightmare. And by the way, somebody else on the texting service says not only for the customers, but the workers got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
The workers have to park down the road and walk up to their businesses to get in. I just find that interesting. I don't know if the city makes any allotment for it, but I doubt they do.
How about a shuttle service?
Yeah.
Give them golf carts. Let them shuttle customers back and forth.
Give them some advertising. I don't know. Yeah. All right, 407.
Hey, put them on the podcast.
916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
What's more exciting than a brand new iPhone with a dozen cameras? How about Real Radio on your iPhone? Just tell Siri to play Real Radio 104.1.
Heavy delays continue on I-4 this afternoon in the usual spots, with the heaviest traffic reported by the major attractions exits as well as through downtown. No major delays to report as of yet on the Beach Line or on the Greenway. Things are still moving well for drivers traveling east and westbound on the 408. If you see traffic problems today, just make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to spring into deals at Lowe's. Right now, get 2 1.5-gallon annual hanging baskets for $16. Lowe's knows spring. Offer valid through 5/15. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii while supplies last.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here, and if you've asked anyone who's experienced LASIK surgery, they're going to tell you that's the best thing they ever did. The only problem they'll add on is, look, probably should have done this way earlier. What are you waiting for? The Filatowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK consultations. Man, why wouldn't you take a few minutes to find out what these guys could do for you? If your lifestyle has been hampered because of your terrible eyesight, glasses or contacts, there is no reason not to give these guys a try and find out what they can do for you to make your life better. It happens virtually overnight, by the way. And you make your appointment like this. So easy. Text 1041 to 868686. Start your journey to better vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute. All the experience you could possibly want. That means 65,000 LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art tech that gets you the best results every single time. And finances, they got you covered there as well. They offer 24-month interest-free financing. Again, make your appointment today to find out how they can make your life better virtually overnight. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute. Your path to better vision begins right now.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I'm concerned about my water heater.
If your concern is of a serious nature, press 1. If it's more of a frivolous matter, press 2.
Doesn't even make sense.
Just press 1 or 2.
Fine.
Fine. What are you so concerned about?
My water heater's like 15 years old, and I'm worried it might...
Oh, this is exciting. Has it burst yet?
Well, no, but...
Only a matter of time. Hey, everyone, 15-year-old water heater, place your bets.
Are you laying odds on when my tank will fail?
Have to make this call interesting somehow.
This would never happen at Frank Gay.
True enough. So, $10 buy-in. What's your guess?
Guess I should have called Frank Gay.
When you need a new water heater, it's no time to gamble. You want your problem fixed fast before it turns into a bigger one. That's the Frank Gay way.
I've got a side bet he'll hang up and call Frank Gay in 3, 2, I win!
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
I love playing pranks on my sister, and this deal going on at McDonald's is my chance to take the lead. Enjoy any 2 items for $3.79. From the iconic McDouble, the McChicken, a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, to even a small soft drink. I'm gonna pair my McDouble with her small fries, but secretly pull her fries out of the bag. She won't even notice. Hey, where'd the fries go? Sounds like my prank just got fried. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Not to brag, but I've been crushing it lately. And all credit goes to frozen drinks from McDonald's. Clean my apartment while crushing an ice-cold Oreo frappe. Love that chocolate flavor. Hint of coffee and Oreo cookie pieces. Crush work in overtime thanks to a drizzly caramel frappe. Even fix my own car while crushing a creamy mocha frappe. Start crushing it yourself with a delicious, refreshing frappe from Mickey D's. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's for a limited time, Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
Experience life now at Orlando Science Center. Life is an all-new exhibit featuring animals and immersive galleries. Meet a sleepy sloth, playful monkey, a baby shark, a curious owl, and more. Learn about issues impacting their habitats and how you can make a difference. Get tickets and more at osc.org.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Hey everybody, it's Savannah and Hoda from the Today Show. From the simplest ways to save money to incredible hacks you never knew existed. Just remember, see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning on NBC.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now, like Deep Cuts, a commercial-free station featuring deep album tracks from iconic artists. Just search Deep Cuts and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Free never sounded so good.
The Big Bang Theory, weeknights at 7, 7:30, and 11 on CW18.
You probably don't know this or care, but we have web goals. So go to JimColbertLive.com and look at stuff.
Colbert Show, what I want? Hey Jack and Deb, I don't want to make fun of Jim and him dancing, you know, because I'm sure he's as graceful on the dance floor as a coconut tree on the sandy beaches of Jamaica in a windstorm. Yeah man, Jim a big dancer man, graceful coconut tree. Give thanks, blessed love the show. Have me laughing.
Thank you.
That one brown twig can sure get around.
Wow. One topic, you got Jamaican for life and Prince of the Islands calling in.
I like that.
Tainted and unclean.
It's funny to get ragged on by a cartoon crab. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. There's Deb.
That was awesome.
And Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Bank, by the way, is your 4 o'clock keyword, BANK. Just slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000.
We've already had
Tinted and unclean.
There he is.
I love that. I love that. 2 winners today already.
Yeah, I like it. Not for us, though.
Well, get on it.
I know. I'm trying my best, Jack. I give it out a bunch.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's why we're so good at this, by the way. We give out the word continuously.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
you
how
win
we-
that money.
Bank is it. That's how you get that money. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here. Jack is as well.
Yeah.
You know what? The funny thing is, Jack asked me during the break what the guy's name was that owns Badass Sandwiches. And the funny thing is, I've heard his name in the culinary world a billion times. I can't remember it. And on the Channel 9 story, they never really identified him. But, you know, he had a very good point that was said about this thing. By the way, welcome back. We're talking about this situation with the sandwich shop called Badass Sandwiches. I think it's badass. It's bad AS apostrophe S. I think it's supposed to be some clever play on the
Bad
word.
as S?
I don't know. Who knows? But I know about the sandwich shop. They've been around for a while. Get a good reputation as far as I can remember. But he did make a good point. He goes, why couldn't they just do this in off hours? You know, do this like later in the day or earlier in the morning or something like that, not in the dead center of the day. And I'm sympathetic to both situations here. Like I was a small business owner. This would have destroyed. I didn't have any extra cash laying around for this. I couldn't afford business insurance in case they decided to yank a sidewalk up in front of my place. I didn't make plans like that. I don't know many small business owners that do.
And I think the other part of it is, the city leans on, well, we send them letters.
Right, yeah, that's
but
right.
But this owner in this story said, but there was no timeline given.
Right.
So
They
it's
just
hard
said-
to prepare for something when you
Right.
just say, hey, in the near future, we're going to be doing this. And then in a matter of moments, you see 90% of your business going away. And this has also happened in other places like St. Cloud, where their
Right.
downtown is growing exponentially. And it always seems like the small business owner is kind of left like, I knew you guys were doing this, but and it just seems like if cities can give incentive packages to build something,
or bring your movie business, or
bring in
do
your
whatever,
movie business,
right?
or be that construction company behind that entertainment district, that you could do a little more care and planning with those small businesses, especially in a place like downtown Orlando, which has been struggling to keep open those small businesses.
Yeah, I agree with that. And and some type of supplement. Matter of fact, the Texter service, Texter had said something about that earlier. Like they maybe should build that into the project where there's something they can do if they know they're going to disrupt a business for more than like 3 weeks a month, and it can be based on how long they think the project's going to run. And of course, we know that city projects don't always go exactly how they're supposed to. They can run overtime. I mean, this I-4 thing ran, a year and a half over?
Well, not only that, I mean, I know right now in Mount Dora, the public restrooms had to be shut down. It was supposed to be a 3-week project. It's grown into a 5-week project. Guess what a lot of people do when they visit Mount Dora? Have to use the restroom.
Yeah. That's bad news.
And there's always issues that come with a construction project. And I think there could be a little bit more care given to small business
And it's
people.
weird. You drive through Oviedo, and we've talked about this 100 times. And for you people who don't know where that is, it's like northeast Seminole County out there.
It's where you find the University of Central Florida.
Yeah, not too far from there for sure. And there's so many roads torn up around there because their expansion is exponential. And look, our groomer that we use, you have to drive across a road that's being built to get into their store. And I haven't talked to them about their business or whatever, but I mean that's a destination kind of thing. You book an appointment to go there.
Right.
Rarely do you just kind of walk in expecting your dog to get groomed.
Is this your new groomer or the one that tried to kill you?
No, this is the new one.
Oh.
Yeah, these
Did
guys.
you bury the old one yet?
The dog or the groomer?
I have a shovel and an alibi.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, I mean, they also have construction going on in front of their place as well. It's on the other side of the road, so it doesn't affect it. It doesn't affect it as much. And look, can I tell you, this story is going to be perpetual in Orlando. I don't know if you've noticed. They like us here. People, when I say they, the rest of the country likes the
World.
city. And the reason why you're seeing it growing exponentially and these roads that are delivering people to areas that didn't have people before, i.e. Lake County and other areas like that, Oviedo, because of the 417 and 429, now you can live rurally and get into town in 30 minutes still.
Oh, you're so funny, rural.
The same exact commute you would have from like downtown to the outskirts back in the day.
Yeah, well, you're anywhere you're going to be driving on the 429. It's not rural anymore.
Yeah, it's not. You're right.
It's apartment complex city is what it is.
But the point being, Deb, is like with all these new people coming into the area, that means that they're continuously going to have to be tearing things up to make them bigger, and people are going to unfortunately have to suffer because of that.
But that's the thing, right? This is not a new issue that Central Florida has been dealing with.
No.
I mean, it's been growing exponentially for decades. And yet these stories of small businesses being severely affected by what should be, quote unquote, a minor construction project,
Right.
It's just perpetual. It's just like every year it's like, well, that's the best we can do.
Yeah, and and the funny thing is if you're driving down, and the people who live in that area will know I'm talking about Broadway Street. If you're driving down Broadway on going through Oviedo, if you don't know where to turn in, it would be very difficult to find the right spot because they have the barricades set up to keep you from turning into an area you're not supposed to be. And if you drive by them, you're done. I mean, you got to go up, turn around, come all the way back. And then if you're a business that serves something that is available elsewhere, i.e. a burger, a taco, a sandwich or whatever, and you're
Even
like,
a clothing shop.
I'm not going to go in there and have to walk 2 or 3 blocks and then come back and get this when I can just drive another quarter of a mile and there's another sandwich shop.
John Colozo is the owner of the Badass Sandwiches, and he's on the hotline.
Oh, right on, man. John, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show.
Doing great, guys. How are you?
Hey, good, buddy. Listen, I just saw your piece this morning on Channel 9, WFTV, when you were talking to them about what the city, the county did in front of your business and, what you're kind of dealing with. Have you gotten any other resolve, or are you in the same position you were earlier?
No, I'm in a better position now. The contractor that got hired by the city ended up doing the right thing and just taking up on himself and fill up some areas that needed to fill up with the concrete. So I think we should be good to go probably as of tomorrow. And then I'm going to get somebody to go and pressure washing and all that. But it's not just only what they did. It's also how they handled us as local business owners and the bullying behind it that came after the fact.
Now tell me about that, because the interesting part is, when I was mentioning this earlier is they did notify you this was happening, but the problem is they didn't really give you a timeline of when to expect this to start. Is that right?
Exactly. So they went ahead and they told me, I met with them 2 weeks ago. And I knew about it from probably about 2 years prior, but they said, yeah, it's just going to be one day. And I'm like, okay, one day. One day turned out to be 4 days. They tore up all my whole driveway. And when I talked to the gentleman yesterday, because there were some areas that they had to fill up with concrete still, the 2 city workers that got off the vehicle, I'm so sorry, the city vehicle, they were a little bit agitated. And I'm like, okay. And I told him, sir, you need to come down, please. There was customers present also. And, I was kind of joking around because they seemed to be a bit worked up for no reason. So I proceeded to tell one of the gentlemen, sir, you got too much testosterone. You need to go to the gym. And you, sir, you need a Xanax. So the other gentleman went ahead and told me, F you, MFF, whatever. And I'm like, wow, you have so class, sir. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. And I kind of took the high road. But the thing is, as a city official or whatever they are, they should not be treating local businesses that way.
They should not. I know that we know that the culinary scene, John, in Orlando is a relatively tight family. Even though a lot of you guys compete for the same dollars out there, you do have a mutual respect for each other. I've known that for knowing a bunch of you guys in the area, and you're not the only restaurant or business dealing with this in Central Florida. We know the Hammered Lamb is also going through this right now as well.
Yes, and we've been part of the community. We love giving back to the community. We love feeding the less fortunate and things like that. And man, and the city treating us that way, I was like, wow. To me, that was a huge slap in the face, and he felt almost violent. I felt almost violated by this city.
Yeah.
So, John, let me ask you, buddy. We're kind of asking the audience a little bit here. What do you think the city should do? I mean, they gave you a 2-year notice, but they didn't really tell you when it was going to begin. They cost you 4 days of business, which you said was about 90% of your income for those 4 days. When the city starts a project like this, do you think they should have an incentive program? People are saying that you can have business insurance that will pay you for that downtime, but I know a lot of small businesses don't do that.
Okay, so let me explain to you about that. That's false, completely false. I do have insurance in everything in my business. What happened? And I did contact my insurance. However, they can only cover loss of revenue, and also they will cover for my employees if I had any damages to the restaurant, etc. But I discussed it with my insurance, and I told them, but my driveway is tore up. It's it's out of my hands. I don't have any power over this. It's as if a hurricane came and destroyed my business, except in this time it's the city.
Wow.
They will not cover it.
And, wow, man, that's incredible. I know the news coverage is probably getting you a lot of attention there, and that's good to try to make up for some of that revenue. We did have people texting and saying your food is amazing, your sandwiches are great. I've heard that as well, but it still doesn't really stop the fact that it was kind of rude and a little bit unprofessional as well.
Super unprofessional. I mean, like I said, funny enough, before the project started, I met with them, same gentleman, and I was like, this is not you when I met you 3 weeks ago. Now this is you. The true colors are coming out. I was like, wow, shame on you. Shame on you.
Well, John, listen, we really appreciate that. It's Badass Sandwiches. Tell everybody where you are so they can come down and give you a hand.
So we're located at 207 North Primrose Drive, Orlando, Florida, 32803, right in the Mill District, man. We also have a little burger joint, down the street there too, called Badass Burgers. So if you don't feel like eating a sandwich, come on over and eat a burger.
Well, John, thanks again for your time, buddy. We really appreciate it, and we wish you the very best. Okay,
Good luck,
bud?
man.
Thank you, guys. Have a
You
great
got it, buddy.
weekend.
All right, man. We'll see you soon. All right, 407-916-1041.
And that's what I'm saying. That seems like such a contentious relationship when you're trying to get small businesses to open in your municipality. And this is the kind of this should not make the city of Orlando happy to hear that this is how the city was represented to a small business that is trying to bring people to Orlando. They're trying to give better infrastructure, and yet you're being strong-armed.
Yeah. I mean, you can't use language like that as a city worker.
Yeah, that's a dick move.
You can't do that.
Yeah, that's surprising,
especially in front of the customers as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, and that's one small business.
Yeah. I would look at them and I go, "Look, buddy, you got to shut up. It's my job to cuss these people out."
Yeah. Hey, come on, Mayor Buddy, get on this.
Yeah, exactly.
Fix this.
Oh, you're like leaning on Dyer immediately.
Well,
let's go. Let's go right to the top.
How long have we waited for that entertainment district to be built, right? They've been dragging their feet, and then you hear about all these incentive, packages.
And then boom.
And then incentive to expand the Orange County Convention Center because it's so small. Mm-hmm. We can't get anything in there with the size that it is.
And then have to deal with this for small businesses that actually hold the city up. But it's this part of the city. If this was on iDrive,
Oh, I don't know. It's just like St. Cloud. It just seems like the city's like, listen, this is your problem. We're just going to get it fixed, and then there's a disconnect there.
And then St. Cloud, listen, on top of that, they've had some issues with their water quality out there for a long time. Remember a few years back we talked about this?
Brown water.
When I say brown, it looks like root beer is coming out of their taps out there.
And it's
I'm
been
not
like
kidding.
that for years.
And it's been like that forever, Jack. And it's so crazy. We had, the minute we mentioned this before, we had a ton of people who lived in that area start texting us saying, please jump on this. Please hold somebody to the fire on this because, man, we've been dealing with this in this city forever.
It's just like what's going on in Apopka. There's a disconnect between what officials want you to think and know and what's really happening.
Right.
And yet you're the one paying for all of that infrastructure construction.
That truth costs votes, kid.
Well,
you got to be very careful with the truth out there, Deb.
I guess, but so does strong arming when you're wearing a city uniform.
I want somebody in a onesie to tell me F off while I'm trying to buy my roast beef. That's what I want. I want some city going with a shovel. Just, hey, F off! I'm just trying to get an Italian here, dog. No cheese.
Get out of here!
I've got the shovel.
That is kind of wild, though. I mean, you obviously, the city's growing. It's going to continue to grow. In these areas that aren't built for this type of population that now have their populations going up, not out.
Yeah.
So now you're taking city blocks, especially in areas like College Park, Thornton Park, and down in that Virginia Drive area. And in an area that would have like little 2-bedroom, 1-bath bungalow homes, now you have 7-story apartment complexes with 1,500 families and an infrastructure that's built for a quarter of that.
You just described where I used to live in Delaney Park, a little 2-1 bungalow that it was built in 1920.
Right.
And now there's a McMansion on its place.
Sure, yeah,
and,
yeah.
And I think small businesses understand. They know this is work that needs to be done.
Yeah.
They're trying to work with the city, but the city also has to be working with the small business and not just take the attitude, we're the city, you just stand aside and we'll do what we want.
Who's the liaison? Is there a, and I'm asking
It's Mayor Buddy Dyer. Let's go, buddy.
Get him on the phone, Jack.
Is there actually a city liaison, like someone's job to go around and prepare these people for just basically inform them? Like if we had badass sandwiches, would they come and go, hey, I'm Bob from the city, just to let you know.
That'd be the planning and building permit department, I would imagine, but I wouldn't imagine you'd have an individual who would actually go out. I think they just mail letters to the businesses that are in that zip code, in that area of construction.
Wouldn't it be nice, though, to have somebody like that could go to these businesses and say, hey, look, let's form a plan?
That's what I'm saying. Have the communication be better.
Right, so that when we do come in here and do the destruction, at least we can do it with the best of intentions to keep you open and at least cost you the least amount percentage of your revenue per week, month.
I mean, because let's say they tell him it's one day, it's like, okay, I'll bite the bullet. I'll just shut down for a day,
right?
And then it turns into 4 days. He loses 90% of his revenue.
Listen, guys, let me tell you how big of a deal this is. I can draw a parallel to this. We tried for 2 years, 3 years actually, after Holy Takamole, right, to start Holy Takamole back up. Well, the culinary industry in Central Florida for a long time was very odd. They can't find anybody to come to work. I mean, they just can't find people to even show up. They get ghosted all the time. I would go back to these people that I've known for years in this business that know that when we do something, we do it right, and they would be represented properly. They would get something out of it. And I had 2 or 3 of them. These are the premier taco makers in the entire city of Orlando look at me and say, look, man, I got to choose between your event and being open that day. That's my choice. You're asking me to do that. And that's how I have to look at it, because I can't sacrifice being off property. I have to be in my restaurant. But because of my employment scenario, that means I have to shut this thing down to come over there. I can't do it. I can't afford it.
And that's what that tells me, that what you were saying earlier, there's that disconnect between the city and its small business owners, and the city needs to understand more from where they're coming from. They're a small business owner. Every one of those sacrifices is a big deal.
It would be, could you imagine how the people would feel if they had somebody from the city walk up, hey, I'm Dan. I'm here to try to make this as easy as possible. Let's meet together, find out how we can kind of construct this thing to make it so it's the least impactful to your daily business.
And you know what? Maybe the city uses that company to cater their next event.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe something like that.
Give them something on the back end, little taste on the back end.
Listen to that.
Exactly. Look at the Vig.
It's only going to be a couple, 2-3 days. We'll be out of here.
2-3 days.
If you don't like it.
You guys want some pies? You guys want some pies? You and your ladies, you come in and get pies whenever you want.
Hey, you want a knuckle sandwich? You keep talking.
Right, exactly. God almighty. Put the Hoffa on you, dog.
Hey, shout out Real Mobile 77031. Texts are coming in, including this couple. They are in the car right now driving to North Carolina for their son's graduation, listening to us on the way, and you can do that on the free iHeartRadio app. Take us with you wherever you go.
That's right.
Including to graduation in North Carolina. Congratulations to your son. And really, congratulations to the parents, because when your kid graduates, it's glorious.
Oh, yeah.
And don't let him back home. Tell him.
That's right. Do not.
Just like Scott Maxwell did to his son, tell him, son, we wish you the best, but you're not allowed to move back in.
They get a punch card. You get a punch card. You can come back once. Come back once. Right? And
you got to check in.
And then we'll put the boots on your ass after that thing is done.
Son, we've created an app for the home. You can check in and book your dates.
Right, would you still like us to slip your bill underneath your bedroom door?
Yeah, there will be a bill.
There will be a bill.
The old cruise bill. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm
Fox 35, Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Friday forecast. And for this afternoon, we could expect a few isolated showers and storms to move through central Florida with higher chances as a cold front pushes through as we head into the evening hours. This cold front could even spark a few isolated strong storms, with the main impacts being gusty winds, heavy rainfall, and the low risk of a tornado or two. That is why we have a Fox 35 storm alert day for today, but into this weekend looking much drier and warm with highs in the upper 80s to near 90. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America N.A. Copyright 2024.
At International Diamond Center, we're all about family, and no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rock, the hero, the one that holds it all together. So we invite you to help us celebrate the mothers in our lives with the perfect Mother's Day gift and a little something extra. We've put together a special collection of jewelry just for Mom. We've set aside these carefully selected items so there's no guesswork. You can stop in, shop with ease, and get Mom a timeless gift she's sure to love. And to make it really special, with any purchase of $249 or more, we'll give you a $50 spa gift card so she can use it to treat herself to a day of pampering and relaxation. So come join us at IDC. Help us say a big thank you to the mothers in our lives with a gorgeous bracelet, maybe a pair of diamond earrings, a colored gemstone ring, or a piece from our Perfect Love collection. Buy the jewelry and we'll throw in the $50 spa treat at no charge. Happy Mother's Day from International Diamond Center. Get showroom directions, store hours, and more now at shopidc.com.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490.
Jim Colbert here for FAS Windows and Doors. Are your energy costs through the roof? Well, it's time to replace your single-pane aluminum windows with the most energy-efficient option available. Keep the heat outside during the summer and inside during the winter. Too much outside noise getting in? Considering replacing older windows and doors with laminated insulated glass, providing as much as 100% improvement. Keep that noise outside where it belongs. Offering rebates of $100 per window and $200 per door. Also offering 24-month, no money down, no payment, no interest financing. For a completely free in-home consultation, call FAS or visit them online. Trust the leader, FAS.com.
Her roast of Tom Brady stole the show. She's trending all over the internet. And now, Nikki Glaser reveals all on an all-new episode of the Nikki Glaser podcast.
I said, tell Tom Brady that I'm the Tom Brady of roasting.
What's it like to be Nikki right now?
I've never felt like Taylor Swift until last night.
And which A-list celebs are praising her performance?
Chelsea Handler DM'd me. Every time I refresh my DMs, 14 blue check marks of people I didn't even know who knew me are writing like paragraphs.
Open your free iHeart app right now and search the Nikki Glaser podcast to start listening.
Hey guys, don't be that dad without life insurance. When thanks to Ethos, you can be that great dad with life insurance to help keep his family living exactly like they do now. secure and protected in the event of the unexpected. With a fast and easy online experience, some policies as low as $1 a day and up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam, just a few health questions. Ethos makes getting life insurance protection hassle-free. E for easy, E for ethos at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
At work, just pretend you're on a Zoom call with us. Your mic is off. Your mic is off. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
I lived in downtown Orlando for 40 years plus. Buddy Dyer is the biggest joke of a mayor. He doesn't care about anything else, and I'm glad to see he's finally leaving after I finally moved out of the county. Goodbye, buddy. Not my buddy.
Not his buddy. Not her buddy.
Burn.
Boom, 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 boom.
Not a fan of Buddy.
Not
a lot
a fan
of
of
people
Buddy.
love him. I mean, he cruised. I think every re-election he's had, he's cruised to victory.
Yeah, I mean, he built a bunch of really cool stuff.
And I think
he's got receipts.
He could have continued to be mayor had he decided to run again, but he is. I think stated he's not running again, and this is
He's
his
done with
final term.
I think he's done with politics altogether, is he not?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that guy could have made a pretty good run for Senate, the House. I mean, he is so popular in Orlando. It has been for years.
Can't please everybody, though.
You cannot, no. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Bank is your 4 o'clock keyword. Got a few minutes left to get over there to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000.
What's funny is that line at the end. She said, "He's not my buddy." There was Lawton Chiles died in office, governor of Florida. Buddy McKay was his lieutenant governor. Buddy McKay became governor when Lawton Chiles, I think, died on a treadmill.
I was going to say it was on a treadmill in the governor's mansion.
Are you serious?
Buddy,
I did not remember that.
Oh, yeah.
So Buddy McKay was running to be the governor against Jeb Bush, and the ads that the Bush campaign was running with people saying, "He's not my buddy."
Oh.
And I think that's a throwback to that.
All right, 407-916-1041. All right, Mother's Day coming up this weekend. And Deb, your mom is still with us and living near you. I know that you'll probably have plans. Jack's mom and my mother both have passed. Here's my question, though. I have a question real quick. What are spouses supposed to do for moms?
You know, that's a good question because it's not just spouses, but like...
It is a weird thing because my wife is an incredible mom, and I want to celebrate her as a mom, but she's not my mom.
Right.
You know, she's the kid's mom, but I feel like I want to do something.
Oh, you bet your ass you better do something.
I know, but what I'm saying, dude, is here. I mean, look, okay, so I think everybody kind of understands you get a card, right? Everybody knows that, right? I mean, the very least you do.
Let me write this down.
The very least you do as a husband to a mother is you buy her a card saying Happy Mother's Day from your husband. They have them made for that.
Let's be honest a little bit. Some flowers wouldn't be bad to go with that card.
Flowers?
Flowers and a card, I think, is the perfect gift.
Is it really?
I do. But now, depending on the age, right, of the children involved,
yeah,
that would be contingent on the gift because the younger the kids, the more work is still involved in raising them. Maybe the bigger the gift should be. But if the kids are grown and they're out of the house and this is just, hey,
there's a text message involved. I sent one already.
And you do not get your gift at Aldi, Jack.
You guys have a plan, right?
Yeah, I do. I send that out. Reminder.
Yeah, reminder. I send them a reminder.
Oh, to the kids.
Yeah, to the kids.
Shame you shouldn't have to do that.
Reminder.
Well,
shouldn't have to do that.
Maybe we didn't have to do it, but it's better to
do it than not.
Than have someone miss an opportunity and then have someone else feel really horrible that day.
Yeah, you're right. And here's the other thing I don't want to hear.
A lot of people will feel horrible that day.
Yeah, when people fall flat on their face, I don't want to hear this. Well, Dad didn't tell us.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, the calendar's been telling you since like the 20s. It's like,
It's not like the date's changed.
I think it's like 100 years old, dog. I mean, I think you can figure it out, man. Come on. Can't pick up an Applebee's card or anything? So, so I'm trying to figure out. I mean, look, I have done the normal stuff. I just wonder if there's something else I should be doing, gift-wise or whatever. I always try to get my wife something a little bit.
Pay the bill.
What?
Whatever it is. You going out to eat, pay the bill.
No,
That's
we're
what
actually,
you got to do.
We're not going to do that because we just went out to a nice big dinner for my daughter's birthday. So we're going to I think we're just going to the in-laws to cook out.
Okay, make something. Make the pasta salad.
I'm not. I've been told not to make anything. People don't want me to cook for them anymore.
Make her a card make her a pasta card that spells out "I love you."
Yes,
a pasta card.
And put a hand turkey on it because they're always fun.
Hand turkey goes with everything, Jack. You put some flowers in that hand turkey's hand, it's going to look like a Mother's Day card from Hallmark.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe my wife would look at me and go, "Oh, did your personality make this year? Because you are a 5-year-old inside, even though you're an ogreish 50-year-old outside. Your outer shell is this gross 50-year-old. The inner shell is a really, really irresponsible 10-year-old."
Well, here's a question: does your wife love flowers a lot?
My wife does, but you know what happened to us?
Would she prefer like a massage or a treatment that gets her out of the house?
Or a plant?
Okay, so here's the thing. My wife loves plants. Loves plants. And matter of fact, I'll tell you something funny, and it's odd that both of you say this. When I bought my wife flowers last time, she informed me that she really isn't that big of a fan anymore. She thinks they're a waste of money. So we have to now switch that gear into something else. And she does like getting them out of nowhere, like once a year or something like that.
Okay, well, that would not be Mother's Day.
Like a random day. She loves getting those, right? Just to remind you I love you kind of thing.
Mani-pedi.
But when it comes, she does those, again, she does the mani-pedi thing for herself like kind of all the time. It's part of her, that's part of her body maintenance.
Massage from you.
That's what
in jean shorts and a mesh top.
She'll never wear that.
I'm imagining it now.
No, I know you are, Jack. Sure, it's not the first time either, dumbass. My God almighty.
You walked into that one, Jimmy. I'm sorry, dude. You opened it. And then he just pranced on in.
I got to think of something cool. I have
an idea, but
I don't think of enough cool stuff for her. That's my problem.
I have a really cool idea, but I don't know if you guys would want to commit the time or whatever.
Which is?
The catboat tours on the Dora Canal are really cool.
Really?
Those little fast individual boats.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, you can stop and get a meal, get a drink, get back on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
It's outside, taking in nature.
Because remember what Danny Meyering said yesterday on the Jim Colbert Show? You might have heard Date Night Done Right.
Which you can find at JimColbertLive.com.
I was
it's
here.
Under the Goods. And also you can find it on our Instagram at Real Radio 1041. There's a little highlight there.
Okay.
Let me say this about that.
Go, Jack.
She said what she really wants. She wants time with the family, but she also appreciates some time alone for her to relax. So how does your wife like to relax?
That is a great idea.
I owed you that for the fishnet.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
No, you didn't.
Listen.
What?
How about just a night in a really nice hotel by herself?
Ooh.
Like buy her a really nice room, like a suite in a really nice hotel where she can check in the entire night. She just does whatever she wants, does whatever, watches whatever TV, nobody messing with her, nobody blinking with her.
They have an on-site spa and pool.
Yes, they do.
Okay, good. That's a great idea.
I like this idea a lot.
Is it more for you?
Wait, I'm trying to think.
I'm going to be lurking.
Who is winning? Wait,
exactly. Who's getting the
gift? She gets a hotel room away from Jim.
Right. Yeah.
Jim
that means she's won twice.
Yeah, you're staying in tiny house.
Yeah, you're staying in the tissue box.
With the 12 dogs.
She's won twice because she gets away from me and gets a dope-ass room. All right.
But that is a great idea. And that says, I recognize it's been a rough couple of weeks,
It has been a weird couple. I cannot wait to tell you guys about this. God. Oh, my God.
I just got word that my assistant did all the grocery shopping I needed so I could prepare dinner on Sunday.
Oh, did you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to be wearing the mesh?
What are you making?
A mesh apron. I don't know. I'm going to have to see what my assistant bought at the grocery store to see what I'm making.
This is like a series, like a episode of Chopped. You're just going to show up and it's going to be the
Wait
bag.
a minute. Who's the assistant and is she picking out her own meal?
Yeah, it's my wife.
Yeah.
That way she makes what you make what she wants.
Right.
Have you ever made ribs?
I have not. And I like ribs.
Dude,
so
you should make a rack of ribs, dude. I'm telling you, I got a 90-minute recipe that'll destroy it for you.
Oh.
I'll take that next time, but I think I'm already married to lasagna.
Okay. That's
But would you do us a favor? Go ahead and email us that 90-minute.
Yeah.
Rib. I know I want that rib recipe. You keep
talk a
talking
lot.
about doing sheet pan recipes and everything, and then you don't follow through.
I'm Jim. I say a lot about food.
I make a lot of promises I don't keep.
I didn't have to come to work today. I'm going to tell you both of you. I'm going to tell you straight up. I'll bright line my ass somewhere. And I'll hop off and I'll just walk aimlessly into the sunset if the two of you don't shut up.
I mean, you get on that bright line, we know you're either going to Stewart or Fort Lauderdale.
First of all,
one of those two, right?
exactly.
We know it's Upper Bard. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. California started something, and I'm going to tell you, I hope it spreads nationwide. It's a great idea. I'll tell you what that is next.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Major stop-and-go delays reported on I-4 westbound this afternoon due to accident activity in the left lane at Dirkskin Drive, causing backups over the St. Johns River Bridge. Another crash blocks the westbound right lane on I-4 at 436. Delays continue by the major attractions exits and through downtown. If you see traffic problems, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by MD Now Urgent Care. For over 15 years, Floridians have trusted the physician-led team at MD Now Urgent Care for high-quality health care. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, MD Now Urgent Care is here to get you back to better. Find a location near you at mdnow.com and use their convenient web check-in today.
One of the things I loved most about working with that mortgage guy, Don, when buying our house in Mount Dora was how creative he and his team were in finding a solution to our mortgage needs. So before you make a move to maybe buy a new home or refinance your existing home, make sure you listen as that mortgage guy, Don, hosts the Home Loans Radio Show right here on Real Radio 104.1 from 9 to 10:30 every Saturday morning. And you can listen to the past 170 plus informative episodes at thatmortgageguydon.com or wherever you download podcasts like the free iHeartRadio app. It's peace of mind at your fingertips, so don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Are you ready to put some cash in your pocket? Because Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you a keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you'll have plenty of opportunities to win $1,000 in your hand. But there is a catch, because there's always a catch. Right. If you get a call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Experience life now at Orlando Science Center. Life is an all-new nature and conservation exhibit featuring animals and immersive galleries. Explore the ocean, swamp, and rainforest and encounter the animals that call these ecosystems home. Meet a sleepy sloth, playful monkeys, a baby shark, a curious owl, and their friends. Learn about issues impacting their habitats and how you can make a difference. This is life at Orlando Science Center. Get tickets and more info at osc.org.
Want to win a free motorcycle? I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'm giving away a free motorcycle valued up to $20,000. All you have to do is go to bikerswinorlando.com. That's bikerswinorlando.com. Enter today at bikerswinorlando.com.
Hi,
everybody, it's Savannah Guthrie here with Hoda Kotb from the Today Show.
You know that saying, you learn something new every day? Well, it is so true.
Yes, every morning on Today, it's those little tips that can help save you time and improve your day.
From the simplest ways to save money right now to incredible kitchen and cleaning hacks that you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning, right here on NBC.
Paid for by government.com.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 50 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-973-3097, and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-973-3097. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-973-3097 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-973-3097.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Do you think a tiny chip in your windshield is nothing to worry about? I'm Pascal with SafeLight. Sooner or later, every chip will crack. So don't wait. Schedule at safelight.com. We can come to you for free and repair that chip fast. And with most insurance, a chip repair is no cost to you. Don't let that tiny chip crack your whole windshield. Go to safelight.com for free mobile service. Conditions may apply.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace. A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Jimmy, that's a great idea, but you can't send her alone. You need to go with her. It's like, it'd be so cool because you're not going to a concert, you're not going to Disney, you're not going on a vacation, you're just going to a hotel room. You can hang out at the hotel, you can stay in the room, you can go to the pool, you can go to the bar. That's an awesome idea, but she isn't going to want to do that alone.
Yeah, I'm thinking she does.
Good afternoon, morning, Colbert Carew. So I know last week I was all about being Maxwell's little piggy, but with Jimmy, the thought of you in some cut-off jean shorts and that mesh shirt.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Oh, I'll be your dirty little piggy that'll love you
Jesus.
all day.
Thank you so much.
Big T.O.
Saddle up, Jimmy.
I don't do it for the money, guys. I do it for that. I do it for that. I do it for a guy who's 5'1", calls himself Big T, that he wants to deliverance me in some fishnets. That's what I do it for, guys.
Oh, watch
I
him.
do this for you.
The next talk back is, I'm 5'3", damn it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be.
Deliverance and Fishnet, show title.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Win, by the way, WIN. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Go to realradio.fm. Send that off for your chance at $1,000. Maybe you can win.
But you do have a pretty mouth.
I do have a pretty ass mouth. All right, then. Can't think of a better way to start my weekend off with that image of mine.
It sits in my head. Wow.
God. If somebody peeks in my window tonight. All right. So I was telling you guys before we went to break that California is about to start something. I believe this goes into effect in July. And it affects how you spend your money. And to be honest with you, I kind of can't believe this already isn't a thing. According to the story, this is from NPR, by the way, if you want to check it out. And I think about 12 other states have legislation in as well to kind of make this a mandatory scenario in their state as well. And what this deals with is add-on fees.
Oh,
add-on fees.
You were just talking about that yesterday when you guys were talking about how tire guys are like the add-on kings, right?
The
stem
add-on
fee, the
yeah.
disposal fee.
Look, you could do that with Ticketmaster. You could do whatever.
With
Now,
everything.
What they have specifically targeted here is restaurants. But this legislation and its idea is going to kind of fold over into other businesses as well. And I'll tell you exactly what they're going to do. I'm trying to find exactly what the House, this is State Bill 478, or Senate Bill, maybe it's Senate Bill 478. And basically what it's doing is this. It's asking for transparency, complete transparency in pricing. In other words, when you go to a restaurant or you go to a facility and they have a price, this legislation basically is you pay the price you see. No more. What you see is what you pay. That's it.
So there's no kitchen appreciation fee.
There's no kitchen appreciation fee. There's no employee impactment fee. There's no business interruption fee. There's none of that. So if you are getting the salmon and the salmon is $18, but at the end of your meal, because of all the fees tagged on, which would include mandatory gratuity for parties over a certain number.
8 or more usually is that number.
That's right. But it could be a bunch of other things. Your $19 salmon now, when you factor everything in, is like $26. What they're saying is factor it all in up front. Just tell them the salmon's $26 and build everything in. And it's so funny because it's got proponents and opponents as well. And it's weird. Of course, the restaurant industry, which this is killing me, right? I know so many of these people who run these businesses, and I know that they're not nefarious people. I know most of the people I know that run the big businesses in Orlando, the big restaurants that you hear about the most, they're not nefarious people. They run their businesses above board. They're all very, very good business people. And these fees are just a way that business is done, right? So what I'm saying is, what's weird about it, though, is this, kind of to defend this point, what's weird is this. It is kind of odd when you go into a place, and if you were to total your meal up to just what appeared on the menu, like you get 2 burgers, pizza, and some spaghetti or whatever, and it comes up to be, $95. And then when you start looking at the tab, the tickets, the fees that have been added on, your $95 meal now is like $115. And then you tip on top of that. What they're saying is that's not going to be that way anymore. You have to build all that stuff in. If this is how you pay your employees more, if this is how you pay for this or pay for that, build that price in. Because what's weird is it's saying in the context of this article that it does seem sketchy to customers. Like when you go in, and we've heard that more lately, right? Have we not, guys?
Yes.
That it seems sketchy.
Well, because it's happening more and more.
Right.
And it just shows up at the end of your bill. There is no explanation as to exactly where that money is going.
And the culture supports it.
And it's that kind of, Uber tipping culture.
Because it might shock you, but when I am in, whether it's a restaurant experience or I'm buying, I'm about to spend money.
Brace yourself.
Mentally, I am calculating what this total is going to be.
I can tell you every single time I eat out, I'm doing the same thing.
Right? So
it's a little game.
It's like, okay, I think it's going to be about, $60, and then it comes in at 80. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Where'd that happen?
Yeah,
it's extra $20.
This happened to me 2 nights ago.
Yeah. So if those fees are actually baked into the prices, in the long run, does the consumer pay more? Will it be the same? It means they will have to, quote, raise prices.
And Jack, and real quick, what they're saying is this, for restaurants who do it, it's going to make it different for them as they compete against people who don't, and vice versa. Because, whereas restaurants are able to, in California, were able to bury some of these fees. When you looked at it, people went there and they're like, oh, Jesus, you got me once here, right? And then you can make a decision elsewhere. But when they hit them right up front, the restaurant business is saying, well, we're not going to be able to handle it. People are going to look at these fees or look at these prices that they now have to pay singularly. Like when they look at the burger that was usually $11 and now it's $15, and it has nothing to do with the actual products. It's just the fees that are built in. It just kind of, again, I don't think it gives the customer a sense of confidence.
Well, it doesn't give a customer a sense of confidence because a customer can't budget.
Right. And that's exactly what they're saying.
Because going out, for a lot of families now is back to where it was even when we were kids. That was a special night out because it was expensive.
Yeah.
And so now, a family of 4, they thought they've budgeted for going out on a meal, and they come out finding out they're $40, $60 over. Well, that was money that was budgeted for something else.
Can I tell you something? That's exactly what they say.
And the restaurant industry has a choice to make. You either stick by your sneaky fees and keep so that families feel like they can't trust you or feel that they're going to walk away with a fair price, or you just tell us up front what we're paying so that before we walk in that restaurant, we know what the money is coming out of our account.
And that's exactly what they're doing. They're evening the field. They want everybody's going to have to do this. So no restaurants are going to be able to go, well, our sub is only $7, but the guy down the street's like $9. They can't do that anymore because that $7 sub, what they're not telling you is there's a wrapping fee or a bag fee or whatever.
And it could be a $10 sub.
Right, exactly. You could be paying more for the sub. But now that everybody has to put their prices up front, and exactly what you said is what they're absolutely horrified of, and that is people going, oh, geez. Well, I used to eat out twice a week or 3 times a week, but now that I actually see what I'm paying, that they will not choose to do that. What's weird is because you're still paying the same money, whether it's fee or no fee. It's just the menu price. They don't want them to get scared away by looking at the menu and seeing something that was $15 last week and now it's like $21.
And it's hitting the fast food market because just today I had saved this story that McDonald's is reportedly working on a new $5 value meal.
Yeah, because
as customers pull back on fast food spending, because you can't spend under $20 even for just 2 people at McDonald's anymore.
Okay, so when I go to Mickey D's, and I do occasionally, right? I don't have any problem telling anybody that. This is my order. I'll tell you exactly how much it is every single time. And let's see if you guys can guess.
Okay.
Fast food going crazy. I don't know if you know that.
I've heard that. I'm glad to say that I haven't experienced it.
And that's fine, right? But I do have a bit of a...
Mr. Fancy, my Whole Foods fruit and vegetable thing.
Hey, we make fun of him, Deborah. We make fun of him.
Follow the directive. No hidden fees. When I go in, I get a quarter pounder with cheese. Right. And I upsize it because I like a large drink. So they also do that to the fries. So it's a quarter pounder with cheese meal, upsize, or what they call large.
Right.
And then I get 10 chicken nuggets.
Oh, damn.
On top of that. That's what I get. A quarter pounder with cheese meal and 10 chicken nuggets. How much do you think that is?
$17.42.
I'm 19 stuck out in my head.
I hate this.
Oh, no. No.
How
Did
close,
it happen?
How close am I?
Is he gonna dong it up?
I can't. It can't be 17.42.
No, come on.
How close
Jimmy.
am I?
$17.47.
Oh my
No! You're kidding.
$17.47 every single time.
He got it yesterday within 2 minutes. Stays within a nickel.
It's a gift.
$17.47 every single time I go there.
And that's one person.
$17?
Yeah.
For a burger and some nugs?
Yeah.
Blink out of here with that.
Well, according to CNBC, the proposed meal could feature a McChicken or McDouble, 4-piece chicken nuggies, fries, and a drink. Now, this is the interesting part of the story, Jimmy. The move comes after company CEO Chris Kempczynski recently said McDonald's has to be laser focused on affordability.
They damn sure do.
To attract diners because people aren't even going to fast food anymore. It's a budgeting issue.
So expensive, dude. I'm telling you, I couldn't believe that when I got it the first time. I was like, $17 at McDonald's? I didn't think this was possible.
Save money. Get the apps for the places you go. Texter says daily they have a 20% off menu in the McDonald's app. Today I only had one coffee at home, and there's a story behind that. But I'm like, I'm gonna hit Starbucks. I look on the app; it was 50% off. I've got a nice cold brew drink for under $3.
Yeah, that's not too bad at all.
No, that's really. But when's the last time you got a drink at Starbucks for under $3?
It's in the app. You gotta.
See, that's the thing I hate. Your phone gets just clogged with all those.
Make one folder with it, Deb, and that's where Dollar General lives.
Wait. Let's ask Jimmy. How do you set up a folder with all of your fast food apps? You know where they all live.
It's easy. I asked my wife to do it. But by the way, with the Starbucks app, I mean, he's not joking. I don't know that anybody actually orders anymore.
Oh no!
Everybody walks in and goes to the area where they order it, where they set them out. Nobody orders anymore. By the way, if you get something from the app at McDonald's, do you go to the drive-thru and get it?
I don't know, but I did that for the first time today at Starbucks. I ordered it on the app and then drove through. I got to the speaker. I said, ordered on the app. I gave them my name. And they're like, oh, we have it right here for you. Pulled up. Boom.
It's the same thing, though, with the T-Mobile app that Jack and I have at home. I mean, the deals you get on the sports packages, there's no reason to not have that app on your phone.
But speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up, all right? Because I have a couple things I want to talk about when we come back. I think my wife and I have to change carriers for the first time in 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And I want to ask a question about that. I'll do that next.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Stop and go delays continue on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area. A crash still blocks the left shoulder westbound on I-4 at Dirkskin Drive, causing heavy backups from Saxon Boulevard. Looking at a crash causing heavy delays at Good Homes Road near the 408. Another crash reported on Osceola Parkway near I Drive. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by MD Now Urgent Care. For over 15 years, Floridians have trusted the physician-led team at MD Now Urgent Care for high-quality health care. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, MD Now Urgent Care is here to get you back to better. Find a location near you at mdnow.com and use their convenient web check-in today.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day. It's live. It's in our YouTube chat. You go to YouTube, search Jim Colbert Show. Boom. You could watch us talk and talk in our little chat room and vote in the poll. We'll talk about it at the end of the program. Today, it's brought to you by wearenotthebanks.com. Wearenotthebanks.com. That's the website when you're looking for a mortgage for your next home. Or maybe you want to refinance your current mortgage, take advantage of some equity you've built up over the years. Well, wearenotthebanks.com, same website to go to. Brad Siebert and his team at We Are Not the Banks, great people, helped me do my refi many years ago. Got a great rate, fast, easy, and he made a complicated process very simple for me to cruise through and get what I needed to get a great rate and also, save some money in the long run. You can do it as well. The website for your mortgage needs, wearenotthebanks.com. Get started today. NMLS ID number 66247, equal housing opportunity.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Tools Ace Hardware's biggest grill sale of the year is happening now through May 27th. Get free fuel, free assembly, and free local delivery on select grills, $3.99 and up. Get a free propane tank fill with the purchase of a Weber grill, Blackstone griddle, or Uni pizza oven. Get a free bag of Traeger wood pellets with the purchase of a Traeger grill. Get a free bag of Big Green Egg natural hardwood charcoal with the purchase of a Big Green Egg. Plus, Tools Helpful Associates will have answers to all of your lawn and garden questions and will load up your mulch, soils, and fertilizer for you. Shop in store at one of their 13 convenient locations, including the brand new store in Hamlin, or online at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your backyard place.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio.
We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. When your priority is driving reach, boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando. Paid for by government.com.
Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 50 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-973-3097, and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-973-3097. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-973-3097 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-973-3097.
At International Diamond Center, we're all about family, and no one plays a more important role in the life of any family than Mom. She's the rock, the hero, the one that holds it all together. So we invite you to help us celebrate the mothers in our lives with the perfect Mother's Day gift and a little something extra. We've put together a special collection of jewelry just for Mom. We've set aside these carefully selected items so there's no guesswork. You can stop in, shop with ease, and get Mom a timeless gift she's sure to love. And to make it really special, with any purchase of $249 or more, we'll give you a $50 spa gift card so she can use it to treat herself to a day of pampering and relaxation. So come join us at IDC. Help us say a big thank you to the mothers in our lives with a gorgeous bracelet, maybe a pair of diamond earrings, a colored gemstone ring, or a piece from our Perfect Love collection. Buy the jewelry and we'll throw in the $50 spa treat at no charge. Happy Mother's Day from International Diamond Center. Get showroom directions, store hours, and more now at shopidc.com.
I had a radio listener call me after an accident. The insurance company offered him $700. He hired me that day and we recovered $100,000. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Potential clients may not obtain same or similar results. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie here with Hoda Kotb from The Today Show. You know that saying, you learn something new every day? Well, it is so true. Yes, every morning on Today, it's those little tips that can help save you time and improve your day. From the simplest ways to save money right now to incredible kitchen and cleaning hacks that you never knew existed. Just remember, see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning, right here on NBC.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms: irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
You probably don't know this or care, but we have web goals. So go to jimcolbertlive.com and look at stuff.
Hey, Jimmy, is that your doctor yelling at you about the $17 and some odd cents? My God, son. My God. I love you, bro.
God almighty.
A QPC with a large fry, a large soda, and a 10-piece? Dog, that's like 10,000 calories and like 4,000 milligrams of sodium.
Oh, it tastes so good.
I said it's occasionally. My God, it's not like I ate 3 of them today.
Oh, they're all in that, whole food grain and cult.
I eat better than most of the people out there. Trust me, I eat really well. But occasionally, I do I like what I just said. And it's on 10,000 calories,
I want the
jackass.
smoker to make fun of me for eating healthy.
Yeah.
I remember.
That's what we do here.
Oh, man, I'm a smoker, drinker, and a midnight toker. What are you talking about?
All of that.
The Morgan Spurlock documentary, Super Size Me. And when he went to a doctor, he's like, well, where he was eating nothing but McDonald's food, right? And
yeah, look at the changes.
Yeah, but then he went to a doctor and they were tracking. He said, well, how often can you have it? And the doctor's like, really? You never.
Yeah.
Never.
I got to tell you, man, I don't agree with that. Look, everything in moderation. I can occasionally have my little treat and I'm fine.
That's my motto.
I just want the listeners who've texted us at 77031 know that I am pressing Jim Colbert hard during the commercial breaks to give us that damn rib recipe.
I am. You know what? And she had a great idea. I can make it, and then you guys could make it to see how yours comes out.
And shoot video
I like
of
that
it?
idea. Yeah, absolutely.
And it is super easy. You can do them on a sheet pan, and you even cover it in foil, so there's even no cleanup. You know, ribs are traditionally pretty messy, but these have no cleanup. It's just wad everything up and throw it away.
So all you got to do is just cook the ribs, and then you have some coleslaw, some baked beans, and you've got a delicious dinner.
It's good. And all of it happens in the oven pretty much.
Oh, I love that idea.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. So, different areas of the world have different call plans that work well for them. I've been with AT&T since I've had a cell phone. There was only one short period of time where I did not have AT&T, and it was through a promotion at the radio station, and that was 30 years ago, back when we had a Nextel. Remember that?
Oh, man.
That's how old. I'm dead serious. That's how long ago it was. I had a Nextel. Other than that, I've had not only have I had the same service, I've had the same phone number for that many years. When's the last time you changed your phone number? Have you had the same one for years?
Yep.
You?
We switched to T-Mobile in the last 5, I think.
When I switched, we just ported the numbers over.
So we can do
Same
that
here.
now, right? Okay, so here's the thing. I think we are leaving T-Mobile, leaving AT&T this weekend.
You're breaking up?
And we're going to T-Mobile.
Really?
I think we're going to try T-Mobile. We find that the area that we're in, T-Mobile seems to be a better service for the area that we're going to wind up living in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about the other services. Here's what I want to ask. So I know that certain cell phones are built for specific carriers, are they not? Wasn't the iPhone for a long time? You had to buy an iPhone that was specifically programmed for a specific carrier. Is that not the case anymore?
It used to be. I don't believe that matters
It's
anymore.
just a SIM card now?
Yeah. And guess what? Now they're in the newer models, they're virtual SIMs.
Oh, it's all virtual SIMs.
Not even a card.
So basically you're just downloading the software. Is that what it is?
And someone just texted us to say that Verizon has a package with the Disney bundle and Apple Music. And that's really part of the reason why we switched. There was a promotion with iPhones, AirPods, and 2 or 3 streaming services.
Yeah, I don't like that. The Apple Music thing doesn't really entice me because I have the iHeartRadio app, which I use all the time and love. And to be honest with you, I can imagine me needing to access more music than the iHeartRadio app has.
But I mean, for Jack and I, yeah, that sounded okay.
Yeah.
The T-Mobile was such a game changer because not just with the deal at the holiday times, but again, that's one of those apps that, every Tuesday, if you want to get a pizza or there's something that you're in the market for.
10 cents off a gallon of gasoline at Shell.
You just go on your T-Mobile app every Tuesday. And really the biggest thing for us is the money saved for getting that MLB package.
That's $150 a year.
Free.
Wow. And what else comes with it? Like Netflix and what else?
I get free Netflix, and for 6 months, I think you get free Apple TV. Don't know if that's still the case.
Yeah.
But the MLB package alone.
How's the phone service?
Great.
No problem.
No, but I mean, you've traveled recently, so I mean, do you have problems when you go elsewhere? Is the national map good for T-Mobile as well?
No, yeah. Matter of fact, that's what they brag about is when they show you that map and it's pink everywhere except Nebraska.
Yeah. They hate Nebraska.
Screw Nebraska.
Who wants to talk to anybody who lives there anyway?
Omaha.
Yeah. Well, I think we're making that switch. This is a big deal for me, guys. I
understand.
I'm a low and slow guy. I find something I like, and I really don't move around a whole bunch.
What's your internet situation at your new digs?
That's
because
we know we have it. We know we have it. I think it's through. I want to say it's through Verizon. Does that make sense?
It's possible, and I guess it would. Verizon FiOS is a thing, but that's also a TV thing. But I think Deb as well. I get my home internet from T-Mobile.
Yeah.
It's 5G Wi-Fi. You plug it in. The canister sits near the window. You plug it in, and then I have Wi-Fi through my house.
Is it? And it's no problem. You don't have any bogging or anything like that.
300, 400 meg.
No way, really?
Yeah.
He did.
How much is
or
that?
gig rather? 50,
How much?
50 flat.
$50 flat?
Yeah.
Oh man, I am getting screwed.
No, but really, seriously, do check the area that you're moving into because, some towers in some areas outside of like Winter Springs may not be as accessible. So you definitely want to check and look into that specific area where you're going into because that will affect who you should look into for your carrier. So I would do that research first before you choose on the carrier you're going to switch to.
Okay, because here's the thing. We were just out there a couple weeks ago, and while walking around the property, I noticed that I wasn't really getting any bars, and I wasn't able to get out or get calls or any of that stuff.
Oh, really?
In that area with AT&T. And that was a little bit unsettling,
right?
Because of course you want to have access to that kind of thing.
Well, you need it in this day and age, right?
Yeah, you need it. I need it for work as well.
Yeah.
But nobody there. I mean, this person who's in there now, I don't think they've ever had a problem with their internet service, so I think we'll be fine.
Well, someone just texted that T-Mobile offers a free booster for your home, which allows excellent performance, not a drop call in 8 years. And someone also said T-Mobile is offering free Netflix.
And then the person said, "I'll regret the day I switched to T-Mobile."
Yeah,
I haven't.
Man, I'm trying to figure out exactly where that. So maybe I do. I just need to go and do some research then of where we're going there because but my wife is like, we needed to make a switch because this is not working out there.
Yeah, and I think to Deb's point, she's right. If you are within the proximity of a tower, that's going to be a game changer for you based on where you live.
Yeah. It says free international calls and text as well, right? Is that good? Does that mean I can text it up on a cruise ship?
Yeah, maybe.
What are you laughing at?
You do have to set that up before you leave, though.
Are you laughing because somebody was too nice to me on the texting service? Is that what happened?
You mean about the jitterbug?
I didn't even see it. No, nobody's getting a jitterbug. Get out of here.
They make them, with the flat screen, though. You can
Still
pretend
big
like you have a
buttons.
smart.
If you hold it still, I can see it most times.
You can pretend like you have a smartphone.
Oh, stop, dude. Get out of here. I'm not there yet. Trust me. I'm not compression sock yet.
Oh, it's good for your circulation.
It is good.
You don't
and if you
even
take
know.
any kind of long trips, you need those compression socks.
All right, for the 407-916-1041, text us 77031. Did you already put the question of the day out there, Jackass?
It's posted.
Okay, very good. So the reason I asked this question, go ahead and tell everybody what it is.
Do you currently have a gym membership?
Do you have a gym membership? Because something is happening with Planet Fitness that's never happened in 26 years.
Ooh.
Yeah, they are raising their prices for the first time in 26 years.
Since 1998.
The only gym membership I've ever had in my life was Planet Fitness.
Really?
I've never had another gym membership.
I've had so many.
And the reason I asked to put that up there is like, you want to put an addendum question there. Do you have a gym membership? Addendum, do you use said gym membership? $10 a month is what they used to do. I mean, I think that was across the board too. That's kind of what put Planet Fitness on the map, as I remember it.
Yeah, it was always the thing that made me think about joining.
It's like, I can afford that.
Exactly.
Still not going to go
because I think
but I can afford it.
Everybody else at the time, it was just small mom and pop gyms. If I remember, there were a couple of
Bally.
Golds and Bally was out there, but there was like $25 a month for those.
Yeah, but I mean, they were huge. You could go at almost any hour of the day.
And they say that this $10 a month thing is a really powerful marketing tool, but they're going to have to bump it up a little bit. It says you can still get, it's going to raise its classic membership from $10 a month to $15 a month for new members beginning in the summer. And by the way, did you know that only gives you access to that particular Planet Fitness?
I do know that.
I did not know that. Yeah. I thought once you got a Planet Fitness membership that you could just go to any of the gyms anywhere, and that was the whole idea of the thing.
No, they have the next level up where you can use everything and travel. It's like over $20-something a month.
Yeah, it's called the Black Club. It's $25 a month, right?
Yeah.
All those fees. See, they're just creeping into your gym membership.
More location, access, and perks. Planet Fitness is not hiking that fee. They're not turning that one up. Just the basic program is going to go from 10 to 15.
Yeah, and you can bring a guest on that one too.
On the black one or on the other one?
On the black one.
It says, I did not specify why the chain is raising prices by almost 50% since 98, but the move obviously comes as higher interest rates and construction costs have slowed down their expansion, so they're looking to get more money out of the stores they have.
I think the reason behind it is to make more money.
Yeah, it's definitely make more money, but there are definitely other things in play, but definitely making more money. It said the typical gym membership in the U.S. is actually more than that. What do you think most people pay typically for a gym membership in the U.S.?
I would say $35 to $45 a month.
Yeah, I'd say 70.
Yeah, it's $50 a month.
Whoa.
So you guys almost exactly in between that, yeah.
I remember the Y membership, and this was years ago because I haven't been. It was almost like $100 or so for the family membership,
Right.
but it was like 65 just for a single person or something.
Yeah. But it's what they offer, though. I think I think that's what comes into play. You know, some of these gyms offer, cold plunges, saunas, hot tubs, lap pools and stuff like that. Some of them do not. Some of them it's pretty much weights, and then machines, and that's it.
Well, apparently it is for Ben because he's in the gym listening right now to
Is
us.
it really? Also, they have like yoga classes and stuff like that, and some of them as well.
Whatever.
No thought exercising.
Oh no! You know what? I want to take a dance class.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh,
I want to take a dance
what
class.
What style?
Well, I used to take belly dancing, so I wouldn't mind trying that back up again.
Very sexy, by the way.
Or what's the dance that was started by a Colombian? It's
the Mamba.
No, it was that big kind of workout craze.
The Macarena.
The flamenco. Oh, the lambada.
No, that's Brazilian, and that requires your ass hanging out.
It's the jambalaya.
That's the forbidden dance, lambada. I know which one you're talking about. I can't think of it, though.
I know. Zumba.
Yeah, there you go. Zumba.
Yeah, so something dance, something.
Yeah, that's where you do it on a camera in your house.
No, not on a camera.
Yeah. It was a Zoom joke.
That's
it failed.
OnlyFans.
Zoom joke failed miserably, guys. I'll be here all week. Prime rib's pretty good tonight.
Good thing it's
thank God
Friday.
it's Friday.
Yeah. Sons of bitches.
You love us so much. It hurts.
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I?
You do. Because you're talking to us right now like you talk to your family.
Now, what choice do I have? The two of you are sitting in front of me. I got no choice. If you were my family, I would have already been in my recliner ignoring you. Already. I'd have walked in here going straight to my recliner to ignore both of you.
But you know the bummer with that?
What's
the house you're in is so small you couldn't recline.
Deborah, my God. Deborah, you gave me those pickles yesterday. To take them into the house, I had to take a lamp out.
Heads up. There's moonshine in there.
Oh, I know, dude.
I didn't know. My wife told me. She's like, I can't eat these. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's not even discernible though. But it's not really even discernible. It's mostly still just vinegar doing its thing with some sugar and whatnot. They put moonshine in there for the kicker. Yeah, but you don't want to be drinking it.
Nah, I'm not doing it.
All right, 407.
Although pickle juice is good for you.
It is good for you. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Your 5 o'clock keyword is win. That's WIN. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that off. Maybe you'll get that $1,000. 2 winners today.
Woohoo!
And a couple this week. We've had a big week this week.
Yeah, but we want one on our show.
That'd be nice. It would be nice. Okay, that's fine.
You should never sniff a microphone.
All right, we'll do some trivia next. Load them up.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Amtrak.
The Suns have fired Frank Vogel after a disappointing season in the desert. Kevin Durant will now be on his 6th head coach since leaving the Warriors. 6th. Durant's one of the great scorers ever. He's got 2 titles, but his career has a ton of question marks. Bolting Steph for Brooklyn will likely be his career-defining moment, and time's running out to change it. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Visit new and exciting places across the U.S. on Amtrak. It isn't about the destination, it's about the journey. Without busy airports or cramped car rides, with no middle seats, extra legroom, and first-class private rooms, new adventures are just an Amtrak away. Book now at Amtrak.com.
Woo! Here in Central Florida, it is about to be hot. And that's why you have to have a really reputable, good AC company on your side when you go into the summers here in Florida. For me and for Deb and for Ross and for hundreds of Central Floridians, that is Mills Air without question. They've been doing it since 92, 30-plus years of experience keeping you guys nice and cool. Let me tell you, the preventive maintenance plan right now is the move. Make sure your AC is ready for these brutal summers, and it is going to be another one. Their techs know all these brands inside and out. You don't even have to know what kind of AC you have. Plus, they're carrier factory authorized dealers. Here's what that means. If you do need a new unit, these guys can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts in carrier, and you can always turn to Mills Air. These guys are family owned and operated and some of the best people you'll ever meet. Call today and schedule that appointment. 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. It's millsair.com.
These days, the cost of fixing or replacing things in your home is going through the roof with no end in sight. Air conditioning replacement, $6,000. New refrigerator, $1,500. Flat screen TV, $1,200. Don't wait till it's too late. Call Everything Breaks now before something else breaks. For as little as $1 a day, Everything Breaks can cover it all. Appliances, plumbing, air conditioning, home electronics, including cell phones and more. Everything Breaks covers repairs your insurance doesn't, saving you hundreds, even thousands on unexpected repair bills. Call Everything Breaks now before something else breaks. Call for your free quote. Call 855-865-SAVE. That's 855-865-SAVE.
Get it all covered your way, 'cause everything breaks.
Limitations and exclusions apply. See plan terms and conditions for details. Coverage not available in all states. Actual savings may vary based on the coverage plan and repairs needed. Call 855-865-SAVE. Online at goeverythingbreaks.com.
This Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union wants to celebrate our members who go above and beyond every single day. That's why we thought you might want to hear some special thank you messages from your friends and family.
I want to give a shout out to my brother AZ1 Archie Castillo.
Hi, I want to give a shout out to my friend Colin, who's currently serving in the Army. Thanks for all you do. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
And from all of us here, happy Military Appreciation Month. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
I love playing pranks on my sister, and this deal going on at McDonald's is my chance to take the lead. Enjoy any 2 items for $3.79. From the iconic McDouble, the McChicken, a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, to even a small soft drink. I'm gonna pair my McDouble with her small fries, but secretly pull her fries out of the bag. She won't even notice. Hey, where'd the fries go? Sounds like my prank just got fried. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Not to brag, but I've been crushing it lately. And all credit goes to frozen drinks from McDonald's. Clean my apartment while crushing an ice-cold Oreo frappe. Love that chocolate flavor. Hint of coffee and Oreo cookie pieces. Crush work in overtime thanks to a drizzly caramel frappe. Even fix my own car while crushing a creamy mocha frappe. Start crushing it yourself with a delicious, refreshing frappe from Mickey D's. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. At participating McDonald's for a limited time, Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group used under license.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
Jim Colbert here for FAS Windows and Doors. Are your energy costs through the roof? Well, it's time to replace your single-pane aluminum windows with the most energy-efficient option available. Keep the heat outside during the summer and inside during the winter. Too much outside noise getting in? Considering replacing older windows and doors with laminated insulated glass, providing as much as 100% improvement. Keep that noise outside where it belongs. Offering rebates of $100 per window and $200 per door. Also offering 24-month, no money down, no payment, no interest financing. For a completely free in-home consultation, call FAS or visit them online. Trust the leader, FAS.com.
Who's trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the law offices of Kaufman & Lind? When I first graduated law school over 25 years ago, I had so many ideas of what practicing law would look like. Well, after 25 years, I learned the most important thing I can do is care. There are many nights that I spend thinking about what I can do, how I can make a case better, how I can protect my client. If that works for you and you are in an accident, contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. Offices, Orlando.
Hey, so apparently Facebook is still a thing. Search Gym members and join our group.
Hey, Jim, just curious. I don't get to listen every day, but I remember it seems to me you just recently bought a house and you had trouble getting internet and all that. and it had some kind of weird clock that they left behind. Can you just maybe briefly cover why you're out of that house now? All right, buddy. Love you, man.
Oh, these guys. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Win is your 5 o'clock keyword, WIN. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000.
I think that was a legit question.
Very legit.
I don't think he was being...
The love you thing.
Oh, they do love you, Jimmy.
Listen, man.
I think that was a genuine I love
All
you
right.
too.
Here's the reason why I moved. A lot of people ask this question. I'll reboot it so everybody understands.
My neighbors told me they loved me.
That would have done it too, Jack.
People look me in the eye.
So my wife had actually planned to kind of change careers and do something different this year. You know, she was going to stay employed. We're going to pay off this addition we just did to the place, blah, 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 do that whole thing, right? We had a plan. But the company came to her and made her a really, really good offer, and we decided to stay. She worked 55 minutes away from where we lived.
Which is hell.
2 hours commuting every day. And I know that a lot of people out there do this all the time, but, you know, we didn't really want to do that for another, 4 or 5 years, the length of this deal. So rather than do that, we picked up and moved closer to my wife's employment so that wouldn't be the case. We both now have shorter commutes. Mine's not much shorter, but it is. And hers is considerably shorter.
What a good man.
And also, we bought another investment property. That's what we did. So basically, on top of the one that we just did, this is kind of what we were doing in our family to create some wealth as we move forward in our lives to retire comfortably. And this probably will be the last one of these that we do because this is a big fish kind of scenario. But that's why we moved. So for convenience and as an investment.
I'm exhausted.
Thank you. I know it's a lot.
And the rich get richer.
Stop. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And Jack has the Jackie sack.
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Clickety clack, clickety clack.
Here is the deal. It is our final pair of tickets for this incredible, epic matchup. Once again, the boys from down south, Fort Lauderdale area.
Yeah.
Although they call themselves Inter Miami.
Yeah.
Are coming their way. I think they're taking a bus. Or maybe this one guy's taking a limo. Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
Oh.
Intra
Playing-
Fort Lauderdale doesn't sound as good. I'm kind of with him on that.
Right on.
How about Intra Bonita Springs?
Yeah. They're playing here in Orlando against our Orlando City Soccer Club.
Go City.
The Lions. Vamos Orlando. This game is happening next Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
You can be there with our final pair of tickets if you are the winner to JCS Trivia. And the Jackie Sack is brought to you by...
Ironically, Cento Family Moving and Storage.
Okay.
Jimmy needs them, doesn't he?
Go local and support a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company. Just make sure you mention the Jim Colbert Show because that's going to get you a discount. So easy to book them today at centomoving.com. That's C-E-N-T-O moving.com. What a great man. Back to you.
Thank you, Deb. I appreciate that very much.
Sure.
Jack, who goes first today?
That would be Marvin.
Marvin right up top. Marvin, how you doing?
The Martian?
Doing good. Thank you.
Good, buddy. Would you like to play a little game with us?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
You guys don't remember?
All right, Marvin, this is a really easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers, Marvin, though, is a lie, buddy. If you can find it, I will send you off to Orlando playing Inter Miami featuring Lionel Messi. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go, buddy. On this day in 1996,
Oh, wow.
the movie Twister, starring Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton, God rest his soul, about a group of storm-chasing scientists is released. Here are 3 fun facts about tornadoes.
Oh.
And one really mad cloud of a lie.
Oh, it's not Kansas anymore.
We're talking about tornadoes here, buddy. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, although tornado paths aren't predictable, they mostly move from southeast to northwest. Number 2, of all tornadoes globally, 75% of them happen right here in the United States. Number 3, there has never been a tornado on Antarctica. Or lastly, the average forward speed of a tornado is 30 miles per hour. Which of those is a lie?
I'll go with number 2.
Nah, buddy, that's true.
Oh, sorry, Marvin.
Of all tornado, by the way, this was the most shocking piece of information writing trivia today. Think about that. On all the continents, of all the tornadoes that happen on planet Earth, 75% of them happen right here in the U.S.
That's why that's such a fascinating weather phenomenon for the rest of the world, because they're probably never going to get to see one.
They don't see them very often at all. We have some really unique areas in the U.S. where cold meets warm, and it causes some real fun times. Who's next, buddy?
Tom.
Tom right there at the bottom. Tom, how you doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
Doing great, man. We're talking about tornadoes here. Which one of these is untrue? Number one, although tornado paths are not predictable, they mostly move from southeast to northwest. Number two, there's never been a tornado on Antarctica. Or lastly, the average forward speed of a tornado is 30 miles per hour.
I say number two.
No, that's true, dude. There's never been a documented tornado on Antarctica.
Wow.
It's the only continent that has never had one. And who's next, Jack?
That would be Jay.
Jay right there on line 3. Jay, how you doing?
Doing all right. How about you guys?
Buddy, you got a 50-50 shot at seeing what is arguably the greatest soccer player to ever put on a kit. You got a 50-50 shot here. Talking about tornadoes, which one of these is untrue? Number one, although tornado paths are not predictable, they mostly move from southeast to northwest. Or lastly, the average forward speed of a tornado is 30 miles per hour.
I'm going to go with the first one, Jim.
And you're going to see Inter Miami and Orlando City and Lionel Messi, buddy. You're a winner. Good job, boss.
Awesome.
I'm going to put you on hold. Wonderful, Tom. Hope you have a good time, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, buddy.
Okay, sweet dreams.
That's Jay, by the way. I called him Tom. That's why he's all freaked out.
Oh, yeah.
I called him Jay.
Sorry, Jay.
Yeah, that is not true. Do you know what they usually really move?
Southwest to northeast.
That's it. Southwest to northeast is exactly, or southwest to north, but it's almost always up, down and up.
Yeah, that's right. You never heard of a tornado go toward the west.
They rarely go backwards. They almost always start and move east, primarily northeast.
Never thought of that.
A couple other things you may not know about tornadoes before we get to the top of the hour. You've heard of Tornado Alley for sure. You guys know where that is, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like Kansas to, oh, God, what is it? It's
like Kansas, Missouri.
It's something like that. Missouri.
Oklahoma.
But have you ever heard of Dixie Alley? And no, the funny thing is,
Florida gets a lot more tornadoes than we get credit for.
So Dixie Alley is what's on display right now. Over this last week, we've had a number of really bad tornadoes, and Dixie Alley is that strip of land between Mississippi, Arkansas, and Tennessee.
Yep.
It has fewer tornadoes per year,
but the bigger destructive ones.
Yeah, they're the stronger.
Yeah,
they're stronger down there.
The
I guess because
F3s.
the air's warmer, I guess, and as it clashes in that area, it just gets real nasty.
Which they've been dealing with this week. $7 billion in storm damage in the U.S. since April.
The widest recorded tornado in history actually happened not that long ago in 2013 in Reno, Oklahoma. How wide was the widest tornado ever recorded? Jack, you go first.
I am going to say how wide it was. 100 yards.
100 yards wide. What do you think, Deborah?
I'm going to go half a mile.
Yeah, you win. It's 2.6 miles wide.
I was going to say 3 miles, but I thought there's no way on God's green earth there could be a 3 mile wide tornado.
2.5 miles wide.
Holy.
Yeah.
Hell.
That's exactly what I said.
Wow. Can you imagine how terrifying that would have been to see a 2.5 mile wide tornado?
And to hear it.
Oh, yeah, that would have been terrifying.
Computer modeling shows that one of the reasons that tornadoes are so damaging is the strongest winds are about 15 feet above the ground, which puts them right in line with roofs.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so they just figured that out. So they computer modeled tornadoes, and they found out, look, it looks like the strongest winds appear about 15 feet into the top of the tornado from the ground. And that's why they're so damn destructive, is because that's exactly where a lot of roofs and eaves are.
Now, did they get that from Dorothy?
I don't know where they got it from.
That science experiment they featured in Twister?
Yeah, I don't think they did. And then lastly here, what time of day, between what and what hours do most tornadoes happen?
I think they're more nighttime.
I'm going to say midnight to 3 a.m.
Okay, what do you think?
I'll go 9 p.m. to midnight.
God, that's crazy. It's 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you think about it, it makes sense. It's the hottest part of the day. That's what happens. They get stirred up during thunderstorms, so they activate during thunderstorms, during circular thunderstorms. So that's when you would see them the most. As the day heats up,
that makes sense.
You're going to see them later in the day, much like the ones that we had here recently this week up in the
Panhandle.
Yeah,
Tallahassee and Gainesville and everybody today.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. We'll come back at the top of the hour, have another keyword for you here in just a few minutes. And what are we going to talk about? Let's see.
Freshy.
Oh, how about this body part can tell a lot about your health?
The what?
This body part can tell a lot about your health.
Ooh.
One glance, and they can tell you.
Oh, I know what it is.
How you doing? Oh, well, save that.
Okay.
We'll do that next.
I think. I don't know. I'm making it up.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Heavy delays continue due to activity on I-4 westbound that is currently blocking the left shoulder at Dirkskin Drive and causing stop-and-go delays back from Saxon Boulevard. Looking at a crash causing heavy traffic on Osceola Parkway near I Drive. Another crash causing slowdowns on 192 at World Drive. If you see traffic problems, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by MD Now Urgent Care. For over 15 years, Floridians have trusted the physician-led team at MD Now Urgent Care for high-quality health care. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, MD Now Urgent Care is here to get you back to better. Find a location near you at mdnow.com and use their convenient web check-in today.
Hey, everybody, Life Imaging FLA is where you got to go. Here's why, because these guys can give you a real big heads up of what's happening inside your body. We're talking about heart disease, guys. It is a major player. Here's what happens. In 30% of cases of heart disease, the very first symptom you get is sudden death. That's just short of 1 out of 3. Those are not good odds. You don't want to be part of that. If you've had some issues with your health and you've always wondered if there is an issue, maybe you have some health issues in your family, go get the free scan from Life Imaging FLA. This is a $699 value, by the way. And look, man, this doesn't take any time at all. You don't have to take your clothes off, nothing like that. It is so non-intrusive. My entire thing only took about 15 minutes or so, and I'm telling you, the information I got from it was amazing. I found out some things I had no idea, and that's what we hear about people as we celebrate the first year of Life Imaging FLA being in town. People are finding out they have problems they never knew they had, leading to surgeries that wind up saving their lives. So do this. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's right. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. You need to make that call today. Make this plan, guys. Take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Real Radio has your chance to win a dream home makeover. Up for grabs are a bathroom remodel, flooring, solar, roofing, and large appliances. Register now for your chance to win $10,000 towards a new roof from Universal Roof and Contracting. There are 5 different contests with each category offering its own unique benefits for improving your home to create the perfect living space. Get more details and enter at realradio.fm/contest.
Hey everybody, it's Savannah and Hoda from the Today Show.
From the simplest ways to save money to incredible hacks you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning on NBC.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Do you think a tiny chip in your windshield is nothing to worry about? I'm Pascal with SafeLight. Sooner or later, every chip will crack. So don't wait. Schedule at safelight.com. We can come to you for free and repair that chip fast. And with most insurance, a chip repair is no cost to you. Don't let that tiny chip crack your whole windshield. Go to safelight.com for free mobile service. Conditions may apply.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. New South makes windows that are both energy efficient and hurricane resistant. New South is the factory and eliminates the middleman. New South windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers because we know Florida weather.
Going on now, save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Okay, this contract looks good to me. Let me just run it by my lawyer.
Everyone knows that having a good lawyer on hand can be a real game changer, which is why Legal Shield connects you to a vetted law firm in your state for a low monthly fee. Only Legal Shield has been providing this kind of legal peace of mind for over 50 years. Need an experienced set of eyes on that fine print? With Legal Shield, you can say,
let me run it by my lawyer.
Is the dealership giving you a hassle about warranty repairs?
I guess we'll have to talk to our lawyer.
And for that will you've been putting off, you can finally tell your family.
We're good. I had our lawyer take care of it.
Legal Shield isn't AI bots. It's a dedicated group of real lawyers who have your back, no matter what the future brings, all for around the price of those streaming services you don't watch anymore. Sign up at LegalShield.com/radio today. PPLSI does not provide legal representation or advice. See a plan for complete terms.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
A lifetime warranty plus closeout prices. Now at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouniedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money, MONEY, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Want more from us? At The Jim Colbert Show on Instagram. Follow us.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. It's Mo Manji, the realtor. Mr. Colbert, what you need to do is you need to make sure that your phone is connected to Wi-Fi when you're home. Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi calling, and you should have no problems, just like me right now. And also for Mr. Colbert's cookbook, all you need is your favorite meat, onions, cilantro, peppers, a rub, salted pepper, and 300 degrees. That's it. Thanks. Bye.
He's right.
Well, I still want to see the video of how you put it together.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
I need an ingredient.
I did too.
I need
you just need a container that'll stay hot for a period of time. I used to cook pretty cool stuff in a toaster oven, and people would marvel at that, like it was a big deal. But
because it was,
it really isn't though. I mean, if you can get something to stay at a consistent temperature for a while, theoretically, you can make some cool stuff.
But really, for folks who don't know, Jimmy made 3-course meals on a hot plate in a microwave. No, literally. It used to drive us crazy in the newsroom.
I made braised rabbit in that thing once. I made braised short ribs in that thing once. I'm not kidding. It was that was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I maxed that thing out too, and it was trashed when we got done with it. My God, it was terrible. All right, 407-916-1041. Your 6 o'clock keyword is money. MONEY. Go to realradio.fm, send that off for that $1,000. Remember, if you're in the game, you got to turn your phone on. You got to
vibrate.
Keep it near you, and you got to answer it when they call, even if you don't recognize the number, or if it says like a no caller ID, or if it's coming from a private caller, you got to pick it up if you're in the game, man. That's how they tell you you've won. We've had too many people get super pissed off when they ignored that call and then found out down the road it could have been them.
Well, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is.
$1,000.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Whoa.
Don't know what that was.
Hi.
Jack, what do you think it is?
Okay,
we're talking about the body part. We said this right before we went off there, last break. This body part can determine what kind of health you're in. It's also an indicator of what kind of health you're looking at. Here's what they say. This often overlooked body part could give you clues about your health. Ooh.
Okay.
What a tease there.
So,
what do you think, buddy?
I once found myself at a party in conversation with someone who practiced Eastern medicine. And he was telling me he could tell how healthy you were, specifically if you would have heart disease, simply by looking at your earlobe.
Really? Did he touch it?
He did not. And
did he lick it?
No. And
Did
not
he-
only
did
that,
he nibble it?
He also would not tell me if he saw it in me.
No way.
Because I guess
That's crappy.
well, if you have that, what you perceive as an ability to do that, you shouldn't go around. Oh,
You should not.
You're gonna have heart disease.
Yeah, you
know, it's
should
like,
not do that. You shouldn't go, you know what can tell about your heart disease? Look at that earlobe. Then look at yours and go, that's not what you want. What do you think, Deb?
Or look at your earlobe and go, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I've always been taught your fingernails.
Yeah, so I actually heard that as well, that your
Like
fingernails,
your ridges
the
and your
colors
fingernails.
and
Those
the
little
ridges.
white dots.
The moons.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if
the
you
little
still
moons,
have
right?
moons, and
Yeah.
I only have moons on 2 of my fingers.
Oh, I'm good. Look at
so
me.
close to death. 1, 2, 3. I got 3 moons, 4 moons. Oh, my thumb moon is giant. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
That means I'm going to live forever. I got the big thumb moon.
It's not fingernails.
It's not. Think about Eastern medicine.
Your
Oh, so-
eyes?
Nope.
Acupuncture. So your back, your feet,
Your feet is the answer.
Dong it up, my friend.
Your feet is the answer. From skin to hair to scabs to even tears, the external appearance of the body can offer clues about the state of your health. There's another one, though, and that is your feet. Your feet are wired up to nerve tracts from the brain so you can stand, balance, wiggle your toes, and they're also plumbed by blood vessels, which lead all the way from the heart. So the appearance and function of your feet can indicate viral infections, diseases of the cardiovascular system, and even neurological disorders. And that's hand, foot, and mouth disease is one of those infectious diseases that tend to affect different parts of the body, measles and all this other stuff. But they're saying the foot thing begins there, and it tells you more about how your health is, how your circulation is, you know, maybe how much plaque you have on the inside of your arteries, things of that nature.
Right.
And that's what they're saying. That also, there's a thing called trash foot. Blue toe syndrome can lead to tissue death, breakdown, and the formation of gangrene. And amputations, it's called trash foot. There's also a thing called the Babinski sign. Have you ever heard of the Babinski sign?
No.
You've seen the test done on babies by doctors.
Oh, is that when they stab their heel?
That's exactly when they stab their heel.
That made me cry so bad when my nephew was born. I had to leave the room.
Yeah, they don't stab them anymore, but
it made the baby cry.
Yeah, so what they're looking for is an upgoing planter, which is exactly what they're looking for. It's a simple test that involves stroking the sole of the foot with a blunt-ended instrument to check
that's
the
different.
response of the toes.
Okay.
This is the plantar reflex. And what it says is when the reflex is triggered, the toes should curl under or flex downward. If the toe shoots up, which is an upward planter, they're saying that is known as the Babinski sign, after the neurologist Joseph Babinski, who says that it can be a sign of stroke.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it signifies that a stroke is disrupting the normal brain circuitry that controls the feet. So you got to pay attention to that. It says other causes can affect that, like MS and drug intoxication, but for the most part, that's the one. So also, I've always heard that if you have like purplish or pinkish feet, if they change color or even start turning like that purple brown color or whatever,
That's not good. That's bad circulation.
Really bad
Get those
circulation.
compression socks.
Yeah, you would really need to get checked out to make sure you're okay, and you shouldn't play with it. They say that's one of those a real indicator if your feet start changing colors. Or if they start getting really cold and they're incapable of like heating up, or they're getting cold for no reason, you got to pay attention. Now, cold feet is normal.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to get that all the time. But if they're staying cold, or if they're uncomfortable, or they're so cold they're painful, you really need to pay attention to that. Now, I know there is a disease called Raynaud's.
Yeah, because I have it, and
You have that?
I do. Well, some of it.
Cool.
And I think Candace Rich had talked to me about it, where like the blood drains out of your fingertips.
Right.
And for some people, it happens to their toes. For me, it's my fingertips. And when my hands get too cold and that blood starts to recede, there is, outside of sticking my hands in hot water, I just have to let the process go through. but they get like deathly white. And then when the blood comes back in, it hurts like a
Yeah. That's so. There's a girl that used to work here on the station with the Monsters. Her name is Tiffany. Tiffany Martin. She actually owns a bar over in Melbourne now called the Salty Sisters. Her and her beautiful sister.
Oh, cool.
They're wonderful people, by the way.
Cocoa Beach.
The best. They are.
Yeah.
I mean, that family is so solid. They're such hustlers. I love them all. But she has that Raynaud's disease. Is it called Is it Raynaud's?
I'm going to look it up because I'm not sure if it's
But
that.
it's something
Wait, you
like
have
that.
it?
No, I don't have it.
Deb.
She had it. Deb has it in her fingers.
Yeah, I believe that's what it's called.
It's called Raynaud's or something. In that, right?
Raynaud's syndrome.
Raynaud's, that's it. And she would get that, and she said that her feet and toes would become so cold that they would lose color and become like uncomfortable. Let me see it real quick.
Look at the picture. So this is what my hands would end up looking like.
Are you kidding?
No.
When's the last time that happened?
Oh, it happens in the wintertime a lot. It's why I have to remind myself to bring gloves. It doesn't affect all my fingers like the picture you're seeing at the mayoclinic.org, but it is Raynaud's disease. And it says causes some areas of the body, such as fingers and toes, to feel numb and cold in response to cold temperatures or stress.
Now, she said that it would happen. It didn't really have to be cold. Like, she said it would just happen anytime, that her feet would just get, stone cold. So, when your feet get so cold, you wrap your hands around them because it's painful?
Oh, literally. Because, the blood is pulled out of them. So she had it worse because it sounds like hers was brought on by stress.
Probably
Mine is only brought on by environmental conditions if I get too cold.
Oh, really? That's it?
That's it.
And do you feel it in your toes as well?
I do not feel it in my toes, just in my fingers. But it can be a really, I don't want to call it painful, but it does. It's
an odd feeling, isn't it?
It's odd because...
Is it like the tingling when your arm goes to sleep and then comes back to life? That weird tingling like that?
Kind of, but there's more pain. And it's interesting because you wouldn't think with the blood going back into your fingers that would be so uncomfortable, but it really is. It's when the blood drains out of the tips of them and you get that icy cold, that white color that looks like...
You can't get them warm.
You cannot get them warm.
You can't do anything.
Well, they recommend holding hot drinks, wearing gloves, putting your hands under hot water it's like me.
Which is weird, though, because the weird thing is, it's weird. You grew up in Wisconsin, so of course you're completely familiar with frostbite.
Yeah, but never had this issue when I lived up there.
That is wild.
When you consider that especially when I went to college, I had to walk to my classes, and in class in January, you still have to walk to classes.
Oh, it's super cold, yeah.
So it's super cold, but I never had the issue then. Interestingly enough, only had it here in Florida.
How crazy. Jack, have you ever had frostbite?
No. I've been cold, but no.
So
you legit get frostbite. They have to kind of take part of that body off, right?
Because it dies.
It's how severe it is, right? Because it'll turn black. You see a lot of the Mount Everest guys, they'll get up there and it basically kills your skin.
Tips of their nose.
But I remember when I first moved to West Virginia, I was so excited to see snow. The first year it came in, I didn't have like snow boots. I just had these motorcycle riding boots that I used to ride my little mini bike with.
Oh, no.
And when you are, in something you've never done before, like I never wanted to come in. Sledding and playing in the snow is so much fun, right?
Yeah.
So I remember coming in, and this was probably I was probably 10, 9, 10 years old. I remember coming into the house and I was like, man, my feet are really cold and they hurt. And my dad pulled my socks off and he's like, oh man, you're getting the beginnings of frostbite. We're going to get you unthawed here. So he puts me in the tub and I see him reach for the cold water, not the hot water. I'm like, wait a minute. What are you doing? I mean, you don't want to put cold water on cold toes. And
you do.
But I didn't want to say anything to him because, that backhand.
Right.
So when he put that cold water, you got to remember, this is in West Virginia in January. The tap water is probably 45 degrees.
Yeah.
When that tap water hit my toes, it felt like it was boiling. My toes were so cold that 45-degree water felt hot. And he had to gradually warm it up to get my toes. I mean, how did he put that on there? I'd have jumped through the roof.
And he must have had some experience with frostbite because it's just like when someone is starving, like after the concentration camps, the worst thing you could do is give them a full meal of food. It would kill them.
And they had to tell the soldiers, do not, you see these emaciated people and they have to say, do not feed them.
Do not feed them.
Do not feed them.
A spoonful of soup would be the most that you could give them because you would overwhelm their body if you gave them a full meal of food.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I know that you can't go, hey, have the steak, but I mean, is it just really that little?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they've gone so long without food, their body would be overwhelmed with trying to process it.
It's like after you suffer from a nausea and you've been throwing up and you can't keep food down. You can't just, when you think you're done, eat. You start with what? Water?
Yeah, saltines or something
chicken
like
broth,
that, right? Yeah,
just a saltine, you know.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that with the frostbite. Rather than use the hot water, which is what our instincts would say, you're
Right.
trying to thaw something, right?
Right, yeah.
It probably would have burned you. It probably would have made the frostbite potentially even worse because your skin was already at the beginning and being damaged.
I have to tell you, I remember that specifically. It's like, I can trust my old man because he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, seriously, right.
I was like, yeah.
How old were you?
I was probably 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Money is your 6 o'clock keyword, MONEY. Go to realradio.fm. Send that away for your chance at $1,000.
If you didn't have waterproof boots when you were going out in the snow, one hack we would take like we'd take bread bags and put them over our socks in our shoes.
Yeah.
And I had a social studies teacher who considered himself a bit of a Grizzly Adams, who stopped class one day to remind us that if you're ever caught in the cold, the 3 hottest places on the human body to keep your hands warm is the top of your head, your armpits, and your crotch.
That's right.
That's where you put your hands.
Yeah, you sometimes
Keep
in
a hat
here,
on at all times. Yep.
If you see in here sometimes, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, I'll occasionally put my palms on my scalp. No hair there to get in the way. So the scalp is nice and toasty, and it gets my hands nice and warm immediately.
We know.
I know what to do the next time I get my Renaults.
This guy's a dick. I knew it the whole time.
I mean, the glare itself is telling.
I knew it the whole time. And yet, I could not stop myself. I'm like, sure, he can come over. I don't care. All right, 407-916-1041. I have an interesting question for you guys. How responsible do you think, God, this is hard to explain. All right, I'll explain it this way. A tourist died in Hawaii, all right? Died snorkeling. And the wife is suing.
All right.
And the reason why is she said the state of Hawaii failed her. Now, that sounds odd, right?
Well, it sounds like there's an awful lot of responsibility being laid at the feet of Hawaii.
I agree with that. And that's kind of how I wanted to ask you. Like, at what level does a state have to inform you when you come there to visit on what the perils of being in that state are? Let me give you an example. If you're coming to Florida, do you think Florida should run a program to everybody who buys a ticket here to let them know, do not go into ponds because you may have your face eaten off by a gator. We have dinosaurs in this state. Or, hey, if you're coming to Florida and you go swimming, be careful. We have riptides that'll pull your ass out to the Bahamas in about 20 minutes.
How about the other case we had recently? Hey, when you come to Florida, don't build holes in the sand.
Right, exactly. Do you think Florida is responsible to do that? I don't, but there's Hawaii is in the game here. And what happened is kind of interesting. I'll explain it next.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. And at 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Things are still stop and go on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area for those traveling east or westbound between US 27 and the 429. Delays remain heavy between Osceola Parkway and 535 as well. Still seeing some delays eastbound on the 408 due to a disabled vehicle blocking the right lane at Bumby Avenue. If you see traffic problems, make sure to call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. With traffic, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Walt Disney World Jobs.
Walt Disney World Resort is hiring. Explore a variety of full-time and part-time roles at the heart of the magic and enjoy great benefits like complimentary theme park admission, exclusive discounts, and more. Apply today at waltdisneyworld.jobs.
Man, it is time to finally take that step and upgrade that bathroom in your house that you've been hating for so many years. It may be your master bath. It may be your guest bath. It does not matter. Rebath can do the job either way. And here's what you get. Here's why I think you should choose Rebath. They're going to do this job in just 4 to 6 days. They're going to give you an opportunity to have some incredible products, and that includes natural stone like travertine and marble. There are no grout lines in these bathrooms. They have their employees install the bathrooms. That means no subcontractors stomping through your house for weeks, and you don't even know who's going to show up from day to day. At the end of this deal, they're going to give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install, which is straight up unheard of in the construction business. And on top of that, you get a beautiful bathroom with great craftsmanship and incredible products. Matter of fact, you can go to their website, rebathmidfla.com. Look what they've done for people in Orlando, including our buddy Daryl Payne. Got 2 bathrooms from these guys at Rebath. And here's the other thing. If you mention us when you go to see them, they'll give you $800 in free upgrades. Use that how you will. Maybe new cabinetry, maybe different lighting, maybe different fixtures. They can do that for you. And if you're worried about integrity, don't do that either. These guys do all the installs for the 2 big box stores, the blue and the orange. They've got you covered. Get on board, rebathmidfla.com, book your appointment, and don't forget to tell them you heard them from us for those $800 in upgrades.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490.
Did you know that your largest investment asset might not be your retirement account or home? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. Most people don't realize that their life insurance policy is actually an asset they can sell. But for almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. We've even created a free policy value calculator at abacuspays.com so you can find out in seconds what we might pay for your policy. There are no fees and no obligations, just information. Knowing the value of your life insurance policy is as important as knowing the value of your home, your equity portfolio, or your finances in total. Discover the valuable information you need to understand the current market value for your life insurance, and then get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Visit abacuspays.com to learn more and use our free policy value calculator today.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Here's how to avoid a top mistake in divorce. Text messages and social media posts can wind up in front of a judge. Act accordingly. Don't post like a fool. Divorce? Trenley Kramer Law. TK Law. OneFirmForLife.com.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow, guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
Her roast of Tom Brady stole the show. She's trending all over the internet. And now, Nikki Glaser reveals all on an all-new episode of the Nikki Glaser podcast.
I said, tell Tom Brady that
that I'm the Tom Brady of roasting.
What's it like to be Nikki right now?
I've never felt like Taylor Swift until last night.
And which A-list celebs are praising her performance?
Chelsea Handler DM'd me. Every time I refresh my DMs, 14 blue check marks of people I didn't even know who knew me are writing like paragraphs.
Open your free iHeart app right now and search the Nikki Glaser podcast to start listening.
This hour of programming is brought to you by My Home Builders Network. Need a new roof? Then you need Mike and his team at hbnusa.com.
Radio 104.1.
Radio now comes with moving pictures. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
I just want to make sure Jimmy put his reminder for Sunday instead of Monday so he doesn't pull another Mills.
So much love.
Yeah. I got a little funny addendum to that, friend. The funny addendum is the alarm went off today at 11:45 because I did not delete it. And when it went off, I yelled, OS, not again. And I looked down and I was like, oh, I already stiffed that dude.
You're talking about a lunch appointment that you missed yesterday because
Leon Mills, right?
Put the reminder in a day late.
Yeah, I put it in for Friday instead of Thursday. And he's such a sweet guy that he was cool with it. We're going to do it on Monday, hopefully.
If you remember.
I'll remember. He's going to make sure he's clear. And he should stiff me, too. Hold on.
That's easy.
Wait, he should not show up.
Maybe he should just show up on Tuesday.
Yeah, right, exactly.
One of you is going to be wearing mesh.
Right, where you been? All right, 407-916-1041. Money is your 6 o'clock keyword, M-O-N-E-Y. Go to realradio.fm, send that on for your chance at $1,000. Hopefully we'll get a winner before we get out of here this week.
Oh, that'd be great.
We've been giving away money like crazy.
2 today.
I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is as well.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine getting on an airplane and going out to Arizona. And about 30 minutes before you land, the flight attendant stands up and says, okay, everybody, welcome to Arizona. Here's some things you don't want to do. If you're going hiking here, you're going hiking there, you want to take plenty of water, don't do this, blah, blah, blah. Almost like a punch card of things to avoid if you're coming to some of the more, inhospitable hiking areas or climbing areas, right? Or imagine going to, Death Valley. You're flying in, that's in California, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, whatever. You're flying in there like, hey, if you're going to Death Valley, understand the temperature can get up to 140 degrees, take plenty of water, don't want to be out there between 10 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon or whatever the case may be, blah, 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 blah. If you're coming to Florida, right before you land, hey, everybody, enjoy the parks. Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, they're all great. Legoland, they're all wonderful places. Don't let your kids play near bodies of water. We have alligators here, also snakes. They're venomous, and the alligators will kill you. Please be careful. That's a public service announcement from the state of Florida, right? Could you imagine that? That's exactly what this company expected from Hawaii, or what this woman expected from Hawaii. What?
We don't do something like that?
We do not.
You sure?
We don't do that. The state of Florida doesn't do that.
I see signs that warn of alligator.
Yeah, but signs aren't like what she's saying is the state of Hawaii should have on their website as part of their travel agreement with other people who run tourism should warn of some things that you should be careful of when coming to their state. And the reason why is they have an abnormal amount of people who die this way. And the way they die is drowning while snorkeling. Now, that's not as surface as you seem. There's a reason. Why do you think 184 tourists have died from drowning while snorkeling between 2012 and 2020 in the state of Hawaii? As opposed to only 24 locals.
The water being so clear that it's deeper than they think. No, when they dive down.
You got to remember,
riptides.
They want Hawaii to warn people that this can happen because it's happened so often that they should warn. Then they say at the bottom of this, Hawaii, by the way, this is Yahoo News. Yeah. They reached out to Hawaii to get a statement because they are suing. Hawaii did not say anything. Matter of fact, there was a bill passed, or a bill that tried to get passed in Hawaii to tackle a part of this, and it got shut down. And they do not warn you on any websites about this at all. And it has nothing to do with an animal attack either.
Tidal pools that high tide moves in quickly and you're caught off guard?
Yeah, that's a great guess, but that's not it either.
Not a riptide situation.
So listen to this. This is a very interesting thing. And can I tell you, theoretically, this could apply anywhere that you fly a long time. It takes a minimum of 5 hours to fly into Hawaii from the States. I think if you fly out of L.A. or out of Seattle, it takes about 5, or I think L.A. is about 5 hours. When you're in an airplane, the cabin is pressurized. When you're pressurized, it creates a different scenario for your lungs and for the tissue around it.
No way.
It sure does. And what they're saying is this thing called rope, which is, let me make sure, because I'm scanning a big story here, guys, so I apologize. Rapid onset pulmonary edema, sometimes known as drowning from the inside, where swimmers' lungs fill with bodily fluids, reducing the organ's ability to deliver oxygen, leading to hypoxia. This guy told people he was having trouble breathing. Now, you got to remember, this is snorkeling. This is not scuba diving.
Right.
This is you swimming along the surface with a mask and a breathing tube, looking down at the ocean and kind of marveling at what's down there. Occasionally, you can dive down there and then come back up and clear your snorkel. But for the most part, it's a sightseeing thing.
So what they're saying is they want a warning for any incoming tourists from mainland USA to be told you need to wait 24 to 48 hours before you attempt to snorkel because of this condition called rope.
Generally, tourists fly at least 5 hours to get to Hawaii, according to the study. And given that airplanes are pressurized at an equivalent of 8,500 feet elevation, the permeability of the lungs membranes may be affected in a way that predisposes toward the development of rope. And it happens enough that they're saying Hawaii should warn people about this. And it's not that it's just Hawaii. It's that it's the flight that it takes to get there. You know, even if you fly from Seattle to Florida, it's 5.5 hours or so.
Right.
Theoretically, they should say the same thing. You've been on an airplane pressurized for 5 hours. If you plan on going snorkeling, give yourself a couple days so that your body can acclimate, because there is a thing called rope. But they don't do it. And Hawaii is not doing it, and they're not answering questions about it. And I have to tell you, it is kind of odd that you're asking a state to make a health statement. But can I tell you, they would do this elsewhere for other things, would they not?
I think so. I didn't even know about this.
I never heard of this ever in my life.
How about this? Don't go swimming in this bay because it has reef sharks. Well, that would be something in Hawaii. I mean, if you get eaten by a shark because...
Yeah. At some point... there should be some public awareness campaign when you are traveling to Hawaii, and it's one of the draws is the snorkeling right off the coast. I would have snorkeled, and I had no idea that snorkeling after a long flight would have been
any issue.
Now, this guy's 65 years old. They say that there are some issues that can make you predisposed to this already, but even it doesn't necessarily mean it's an age thing. And she says Ray should have been told that he was at particular risk for this variety of reasons, including the fact that he had just flown in. They're going to be there for a couple weeks, and his wife said, look, had I known about this, we'd have just sat by the pool for a couple days and had Mai Tais. We wouldn't have gone out there, but nobody told us anything like this, or it was even a possibility. And let me tell you, 184 deaths in just a 10-year period is a lot.
If you are bringing your own snorkeling gear, then, that's on you. But if you are getting it, whether you're renting it or it's
there
free,
you go.
That would be the point where that disclosure should be made.
That's actually a very good point.
And that's where I see the problem with this, is that it makes sense and they should be doing it, but therein lies the liability.
Right.
How much liability are you assuming
Right.
if you're warning? I can't imagine airlines are going to want to do any other warnings than what they want you to focus on, which is your emergency exits.
You know what? And it's an ad campaign. It should be probably posters and signs at the airport, because anyone at risk is coming through the international airport there, right?
And, rip currents here in Florida, they don't warn you about rip currents when you're getting ready to land at spring break. There's signs at the beaches, and a lot of our local news stations will cover handling that. But I've never heard of a state agency that's ever taken the lead outside of safe boating.
Well, this could be a precedent setter for the United States, because most people don't come in for a weekend to snorkel. They come for a period of time, have a number of things they want to do. If they're told they should wait, more than likely, they're going to wait. They're not going to roll the life dice to go see a fish.
Why?
It says, according to the lawsuit here, Hawaii's tourism authority and other groups have done little to forewarn tourists, despite having knowledge of the risks and ready to use warnings from the hand from this industry. It said they haven't shared warnings. There's no prominently featured information on any website or any featured brochure or video when you're coming to Hawaii as a visitor.
Well,
Nothing like that.
It was you talking about it that I even heard about this for the first time. I wonder if that's the same thing as what they call dry drowning.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's what they said it is, drowning from the inside. A woman just texted us and said it's a thing. It says, my cousin died from that. No joke. Swimming in deep water the day after flying in from Washington State.
Here's another one. You like to go to Colorado. Someone texted at 77031, like altitude sickness when you fly from a sea level state like Florida. I would go to Colorado to want to go hiking at 10,000 feet or more and would have no idea that altitude sickness could...
Oh, yeah, you're going to die up there. That oxygen, let me tell you something, that oxygen deprivation, I got it at 10,000 feet. Remember that, the snowball fight I told you I got in with Code Black?
Yeah.
I threw 2 snowballs and ran 50 feet, and I swear to God, I felt like my heart was on fire.
Really? See, my mom has that really bad. But when we go to Bogota, I've never had the issue.
Really?
I've never, which is weird. But now, see, Jack is a scuba diver. Jimmy, have you ever scuba dived?
I've never scuba dived, no.
I'm too scared to scuba.
Yeah.
Just telling me that's all the air I can get will freak me out.
Go ahead.
But snorkeling is what I've always thought is like the most innocuous thing you could ever do on a vacation to Hawaii or the Bahamas is just do a little snorkeling, having no idea.
Yeah,
it could actually be what kills you.
100%. By the way, they say that one of the other aspects of this that really applies is how big the tube is that you're breathing out of. They say if you get a snorkel mask, by the way, let me just make this as a public service announcement right now. If you get a snorkel mask, try to get the biggest breathing tube that you can get, because what they're saying is the smaller the breathing tube, it creates more more resistance to get the air in your lungs. And if you're already dealing with this, it'll make it even worse.
Wow.
So if you're already predisposed and you've flown and you're going to snorkel or whatever, which people do here in Florida all the time or down south, whatever,
right?
That you need to pay attention to that. So, but I mean, there are plenty of states that have pitfalls when you go to them. I mean, again, I'll just use Florida's. I mean, I can imagine you go to Welcome to Florida or visit Orlando and have a little stop sign warning going, oh, by the way, just as a heads up, you want to keep your kids away from any pond, don't go into any shallow body of water.
Don't walk your animal near a shallow body.
Don't move around.
Are you saying there shouldn't be these warnings?
No, they should. What I'm saying is they don't do that. But you can certainly point to every state and see a pitfall that those states have.
Right.
That they're not warning people who come to visit there. Like, I mean, you go to, let me give you an example. If you go to Europe right now, one of the biggest things when you research that is after you research, like you go, European trip. Well, there are sites that have like warnings to tell you, hey, if you go to this area, pickpockets are prevalent. Make sure you carry your blah, blah, blah. You carry your stuff here. Don't put it there. Don't wear jewelry. They warn you for that. Mm-hmm. They're warning you to not get robbed. But in that same sense, Florida doesn't have a public service announcement that says, by the way, when you come here, we have killer dinosaurs here that will eat you.
I mean, I have seen signs, though. So, I mean, if you're putting signs, but does it have to be an audible message?
Does that mean that when you go to Hawaii, every beach all the way around every one of those islands has to have a sign saying, be careful for rope, for rapid onset pulmonary edema?
Why couldn't it be right on the sign, next to the sign that says, be careful of riptides or
sharks?
And sharks. These are what the flags mean.
Yeah. And it may be a sign that says, have you flown in the last 10 hours or 20 hours? And then maybe a little blurb that says, hey, you need to learn about this.
Right by the walkover walk over the dune.
Yeah.
Well, someone just texted us that that Tom and Dan was just discussing his training of scuba diving, and he mentioned that during that training they told him you cannot go scuba diving and fly in a plane in a certain amount of time. But that's to a scuba diver. I'm with Jack, even if there aren't, like, if you're renting that scuba equipment, you should get a pamphlet. And someone else with the going to Colorado said they usually wait a couple of days before going to the parks to kind of let your body acclimate before you try and get up on a cliff and hope you don't become a fall victim.
Yeah, I didn't know I could die from floating, which is basically what it is. While they're just bobbing the ocean, enjoying the water, I realized that I could just die doing that.
I was actually wondering in my trip to New Mexico, because every place we were staying in between, 6,000 and 7,000 feet, and all of the places went. I was wondering if that I'd feel any physical effect on my ability to do anything. but I didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause I'm
really,
tough.
well, you're not 65. This guy was 65 and a little overweight. And they do say that, if you go to Hawaii, you just kind of bob around the ocean, it's probably not going to hurt you. But the thing is, it's breathing through that tube is what does it, because it's the restriction of the air you're getting combined with what happens when you're pressurized at 8,500 feet or whatever.
And we know this gentleman's case was 65, but the person who had texted earlier about losing their cousin said he didn't feel good. He was gasping later in the evening, and my aunt didn't know what was going on. He was only 37.
Yeah, that's exactly what this lady said, that her husband made it to the beach. He's like, I'm having a hard time breathing. When making it to the beach, he could have thought it was a panic attack, could have thought it was anything. And he gets to the beach and then dies right there on the beach. Drowns inside.
Oh.
Never took water in.
Your dream to go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And
that's how it ends.
That's how
You
it
drown from the inside. It's even worse. You can't even say on the other side, man, it was this big ass shark.
But when you go to the beach here, we do warn you about riptides, do we not?
Well, signs, but
but if you don't know them, though, it's a flag they fly, right?
Well,
And if you don't know the flag,
but there's a sign there.
That has a stylus,
and it's
or whatever.
usually wherever the walkover is to that beach, the entrance to that beach.
See, on one hand, I want to say this is really the person's responsibility when researching for a trip. But on the other hand, you don't know what you don't know.
Right, yeah.
And if you don't know to ask.
Right. If you go to Yellowstone, I mean, do they need to tell you not to put your hand in the 125-degree acid pit?
Well, as you can see from recent YouTube videos, yes, they do. Right along with don't kick bison.
Right, exactly.
I would totally do that.
Yeah. Well, they
Which
do
one,
warn
kick
you
the
that.
bison?
They
No,
do.
put my hand in the thing.
Look, they warn you like that out there all the time. Colorado, Wyoming, all those states, they warn you all the time. Do not approach these things. By the way, they're not toys.
Right.
They're like the size of a car, and they're pissed, and they have horns. God. What do? Walk right up. Hey, how you doing there? And then they headbutt them into the next world, and then they're pissed off about it. You just got mad at a mastodon.
But somebody did mention in South Florida, I believe, where that tragic accident happened with the hole in the beach, that they are going to move forward to kind of put signage on the beach to warn visitors not to dig holes.
No tunneling.
No tunneling, because even a small hole on the beach can fill with water and sand very, very quickly, just like a rip current. You don't have to be in waist-deep water. You can just be up to your knees and get knocked down and dragged out.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Your 6 o'clock keyword. You got a few minutes, guys. Probably about 15 minutes or so. It is money, M-O-N-E-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. We'll get back here in a second. Get the hell out of here on a Friday.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
What's up, Central Florida? Fox 35, Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergman here. A blend of clouds and sunshine for the weekend. Dry Saturday, small chance of a shower Sunday. Each day we're in the low 90s. Next week, a wet weather pattern will return. A little bit uncertain as to which day next week will have the highest chance for rain. But it looks like most spots should see at least some shower and storm activity next week. Temperatures will come down just a little bit back into the mid to high 80s, especially Wednesday and next Thursday.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Need an oil change? Short on time? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Stay in your car and be back on the road in about 15 minutes. Our expert technicians use premium products for top-notch vehicle care. Quick, easy, trusted. That's Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Tools Ace Hardware's biggest grill sale of the year is happening right now through May 27th. You get free fuel, free assembly, and free local delivery on select grills $3.99 and up. Get a free propane tank refill with the purchase of a Weber grill, Blackstone griddle, or Uni pizza oven. Get a free bag of Traeger wood pellets with the purchase of a Traeger grill. Get a free bag of Big Green Egg natural hardwood charcoal with the purchase of a Big Green Egg. It's Tools Ace Hardware. They carry the best brands in grills, Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Napoleon. And they even have service techs specializing in grills to help you with any repair or warranty issues. On top of that, they have free assembly and local delivery on any backyard purchase, $3.99 and up. You can shop in-store at one of their 13 convenient locations. That includes that brand new store in Hamlin, or just do it online at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your backyard place.
Hey guys, don't be that dad without life insurance. When thanks to Ethos, you can be that great dad with life insurance to help keep his family living exactly like they do now, secure and protected in the event of the unexpected. with a fast and easy online experience. Some policies as low as $1 a day and up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Just a few health questions. Ethos makes getting life insurance protection hassle-free. E for easy, E for ethos at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money so you can make more. Most corporate credit cards offer points as incentives, but those points amount to less than their worth in real cash value. Ramp's business cards offer you cash back, real money in your pocket. Plus, you control who spends what with each vendor. And Ramp's software collects and verifies receipts automatically, which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. And now get $250 when you join Ramp for free. Just go to ramp.com/free. Ramp.com/free. ramp.com/free.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Hi, everybody. It's Savannah Guthrie here with Hoda Kotb from The Today Show.
You know that saying, you learn something new every day? Well, it is so true.
Yes, every morning on Today, it's those little tips that can help save you time and improve your day.
From the simplest ways to save money right now to incredible kitchen and cleaning hacks that you never knew existed. Just remember,
see it, hear it, learn it on Today.
Oh, that's genius. You just saved me $40.
Every morning, right here on NBC.
Introducing Tanzite Stone Tile Flooring, a game changer in the tile industry. Say goodbye to the trade-off between durability and easy installation with Tanzite's revolutionary indoor-outdoor stone tile. Visit Tanzite.com to see how our tile is installed without concrete or mortar. Instead, our innovative rubber gasket system connects the tiles together. Each tile coming pre-assembled, you simply grab one and place it. No expertise needed. At Tanzite.com, you can see how our foam-back tiles contour to cover any existing floor while insulating against sound and cold. Beautiful and versatile. Tanzite tile adapts to indoor or outdoor use, from kitchens to patios, on concrete basements or wooden decks. All with the durability of stone that's guaranteed for life. Witness this innovative product yourself and order a sample today at Tanzite.com. That's TANZITE.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Do you think a tiny chip in your windshield is nothing to worry about? I'm Pascal with SafeLight. Sooner or later, every chip will crack. So don't wait. Schedule at safelight.com. We can come to you for free and repair that chip fast. And with most insurance, a chip repair is no cost to you. Don't let that tiny chip crack your whole windshield. Go to safelight.com for free mobile service. Conditions may apply.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Are you bogged down with constant sneezing, watery eyes, and congestion? Do you get sinus headaches and infections? No one should have to suffer season after season. And thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus, treating your allergies is easier than you think. With personalized treatment plans tailored to your needs and budget, you can say goodbye to allergy and sinus issues for good. Book your appointment today at AspireAllergy.com. Aspire Allergy and Sinus, where relief is just around the corner. AspireAllergy.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan. The Jim Colbert Show, streaming live on YouTube. Watch us talk.
Hey, what's up, Ohana? You know I'm going to chime in on this one. Yeah, I was one bartender at the airport. Bartending on a cruise ship for 2.5 years. Talked to all kind of people. My girlfriend was a flight attendant. Surfer. Never once I ever hear anything about this. First to my ears is this news. Anyway,
Yeah, man. It's a real deal. We were getting texts about it left and right. Living and working in the Florida Keys for 25 years, part of it on the water daily. Anybody that would snorkel or dive was warned that it was a strenuous activity, and you shouldn't be a couch potato tourist. Of course, that has nothing to do with the them drowning or anything, or this rope rapid onset
Get off the
pulmonary
couch and go out there and die.
Welcome to Hope, Florida.
If they gave you an announcement on every possible danger in the destination, you'd never get off the plane. It should be on the snorkel companies to warn you and the individual. I think Jack hit it there.
Yeah, they're not bringing that gear. I mean, if they are, then,
Yeah, you're right. But you're rarely, I mean, if you only have so much you can take on a plane, chances are you're going to rent the snorkel gear over there. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is right there.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. What are you guys doing this weekend?
Going to Hawaii.
Yeah, funny.
I want to. It's on my list.
Same here.
I may go see the Fall Guy tonight.
Oh,
It's
wow.
fun.
Or this weekend. I hear it's fun.
I saw it last Friday. It's a fun time.
Why do you think I'm really going?
Because your wife is busy and doesn't want to be around you.
No. We'd be going with her. Honestly, the funny thing is we just haven't been to a movie in a while.
Yeah.
My wife actually said, because we were trying to figure out something to do tonight.
Right.
And I'm like, she's like, is there any movies out? I'm like, yeah, there is a good movie out that I've wanted to see. And she goes, we haven't been to a movie in a while. I'm like, you know what? We haven't been to a movie theater since Top Gun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, since Top Gun.
Oh, there's been good movies, too.
I know, buddy.
since
We
then.
just haven't gone. But I think we're going to slide out to the movie. Maybe tonight. I just got some news that maybe not, but this weekend for sure.
To answer your question, I am going to Rockville tomorrow.
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
Have fun. Plenty of water, buddy.
Plenty of water.
Well,
yeah.
they have free water and misting tents and
Yeah, I believe they have extra misters in the VIP area.
Are you going to get there during the day, or are you just going to get there at night when the big shows?
It starts at 11. The bands I want to see are all towards the end of the day. The first one I would say is in the 3 o'clock hour, and now I'm blanking on who it is. But I remembered, I looked at the time schedule, and I think 3:25 was the first band I had interest in. And then, obviously in any festival format, the bigger and more well-known bands are later in the day, culminating with the headliner, which is the Foo Fighters tomorrow night. And tonight, Jelly Roll, I know, is playing.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Have you seen them, by the way?
Foo Fighters?
Yeah.
Never. And I've always wanted to, so that has been on my list. So when I had this opportunity, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. So I am staying for that one. Prior to that, you have, and what's tough is, as in a festival format with multiple stages, they kind of overlap. So if you have Queens of the Stone Age and you have Cypress Hill,
right?
Then you have Greta Van Fleet, then you have the Foo Fighters. So it's kind of, you have to bounce back and forth with those last four bands.
I'm trying to figure out which one you're going to see at 3:25 here. Let me get. Is it Royal Blood?
That was it.
Yeah, Royal Blood. Good
Blood.
band. Good band.
I used to play them on weekends.
Yeah, you could see Mammoth. You could see Stone Temple Pilots. You could see Primus and Helmet. Day to Remember. A lot of cool
Primus
stuff.
is another one.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Deb. Let's get. You heard it here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on the Jim Colbert Show.
Well, geez, man, you could wait a little bit. I'm still editing.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
What are you doing, JCS trivia?
Stop it.
I got him.
Stop it.
All right. Former President Donald Trump's 18-year-old son, Barron, has declined an offer from the Florida Republican Party to serve as a delegate to his father's nominating convention in July. According to a spokesperson for former First Lady Melania Trump's office, said that in a statement today. That was according to CBS News and reported in today's Orlando Sentinel. I think it was just yesterday we talked about Barron Trump was chosen as one of 4 of Trump's children named as a Florida delegate this week, along with Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, and Tiffany Trump. Barron, who is scheduled to receive his high school diploma on May 17th, would have been making his first debut as a political figure with that appointment. No word on why.
Yeah.
He has declined.
From his seat, I can't imagine why you'd want to even be near politics.
Yeah,
God,
exactly.
Could you imagine, man?
Yeah, why would he want to do it?
Exactly. All right. This Seminole County deputies arrested 4 people at local parks, including Harold Mills, a member of the UCF Board of Trustees.
Well, public parks can only mean one thing.
Yep. Mills is accused of meeting up with an undercover deputy for inappropriate activity on Thursday. Deputies also arrested a Seminole County Sheriff's Office employee, Leroy Green, and reports say that Green worked for the Seminole County Sheriff's Office and was arrested in a youth services shirt.
Oh, God.
The undercover operation happened at San Lando Park, that's in Altamont Springs, and Liberty Park, that's over in Lake Mary.
Yeah, San Lando's literally right behind us.
Were they trying to meet underage kids?
No.
Is that what they're...
Just prostitution?
No, deputies said complaints led them to set up at the park, and users of an app were lured out to the park. The app is geared toward men trying to meet up.
Oh.
So I don't,
Oh,
yeah.
there you go. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, some good old anonymous truck stop banging.
Glory hole.
Yeah.
And then finally, a new series is being made about, of all things, the Japanese interpreter for Shohei Ohtani, who stole millions of dollars to pay off his gambling debts. The Hollywood Reporter says Lionsgate Television is developing a scripted series based on the true story about the interpreter who allegedly stole $16 million from the Major League Baseball star and has to pay every cent back. Also being charged with felony bank fraud. The series is in early development and has not yet found a streaming home.
Well, that's not even cold yet. That case
He
is
just
still
got sentenced.
You can still eat that case. It's still warm.
Well, you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Thanks, Deb. I appreciate that. All right, let's get the hell out of here, Jack. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
Well, we want to thank Corona Cigar Company, and we also want to thank Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube
Thanks,
chat.
guys. Candace up in, is it Alaska right now?
No,
she's somewhere.
She was doing a cruise. I thought it was an Alaskan cruise.
Yeah, no, but she's up. She's also seeing.
Bublé?
Yeah, she's going to see Bublé somewhere. Oh, Toronto. She's in Toronto, I think.
And if you say Candace is going to see,
it's Bublé.
Michael Bublé
It's
is
always Bublé.
99% of the time. That is correct.
She's into the Bublé.
Yeah.
Hey, careful.
Yeah,
Question in our YouTube chat
I didn't
was
ask
posted.
you yet. I didn't ask you yet.
Yeah, but you're slow and
I know.
you're slipping.
Stop. Jack, do we have a question of the day?
We do. It's in our YouTube chat.
Are you ever
you
going to
asked.
get to it?
Thank you for asking, sir. Do you currently have a gym membership? What percent say they do?
35.
26.
Oh, wow. That was my first guess. I swear I was going to say 25%.
I don't believe you.
There, get a bell for
thank you. I
that.
appreciate that very much.
Take that into your weekend.
Yeah, all right, let's see. Anything coming up? Let's see. If you want some Mother's Day ideas, remember JimColbertLive.com. You'll see Danny Meyering's post there from Orlando Date Night Guide. Lots and lots and lots of cool stuff, and I know you made a post as well.
That's right. You go to Real Radio's Instagram, Real Radio 1041 on Instagram. We have it there, and there's also a link. You can. The Goods is the whole segment right there on our Real JimColbertLive.com. Click on the Goods, and you can listen to the whole segment. She goes through a bunch of different brunch places.
Yeah. A lot of opportunities for cool stuff. So, all right, let's get the hell out of here. Big weekend. Everybody have a good time. Have
Happy
fun.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to
Happy
everybody out there.
Mother's
All you
Day.
moms that listen, appreciate it. You work harder than anybody out there by far. On behalf of Deb and Jack, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with a corporate time. Bungalow in the bus. What the hell is Angel listening to? Real music weekends all weekend long. Sunday morning, though, is a little different. Captain's Log Radio featuring our very own Jack Bradshaw. And Sunday morning coming down with the legend Joseph Martins. That's all coming up this weekend. We'll see you at 3 on Monday for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic weekend.
And happy Mother's Day again. Bye.
I do ginger brandy.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic